If you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. Oh, she egged me. Oh, shit all over my Rip Hamilton jersey. Go get me a towel. Y'all didn't know. Y'all.
You fucking owners have handled Judge, gentlemen, retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon, where it's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's Yankees first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Oh, wait a minute. The Nets bit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
That's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I think it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.
Welcome to our Friday show. That's our sports show. I'm Mo Young, kicking to you live on this Friday. Let me bring in, I think it's just me and the hater today. Doc is late as usual, pulling his Kyrie Irving. So that's right. Even when you're 30 minutes late, Doc's still going to be 30 minutes late.
Nothing ever changes.
Doc came on time when we was at 11:30 at night. That's when Doc came on.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to move the show to late night.
And of course, Izzy got traded back to Thursdays. So Izzy
couldn't handle the heat on Friday. That's why.
But this week, look, I don't know. You must talk to HR because I didn't approve that trade.
He can't handle the heat.
Oh,
stay out of the kitchen.
Doc was only 30 seconds late.
37.5.
I'm here, aren't I?
Oh, yeah, you made it. I thought you were going to be long. But I'm glad you made it, Doc. Also, man, we're going to get talking about this Super Bowl. The only person who picked the Eagles. My man Jay, the hater, but
that defense gave Kansas City that game. That defense didn't play the same way it played in the first half and the second half.
Bro, I told people about this defense though. Me and Doc said this late night. I told them they don't have the linebackers or the corners to stop Mahomes. They're gonna have to outdo Mahomes. It was gonna be a shootout. I said the only way the Eagles win.
They stopped them in the first half.
And it was almost.
I wouldn't even say stop them. The Chiefs didn't have the ball in the first half.
The Chiefs didn't really have the ball like that at all. But I mean, Jay was his pick was almost right. So the game was tied all the way to a point where Kansas City just got the ball and said, you know what, we're just going to end this game. But early in the game, when they had that turnover, that's what kind of gave the Chiefs, it was like, okay, now we got a point to what we can. If we didn't have that turnover, we might have a different ball game.
That was a 14-point swing that they couldn't bounce back from. Like, you about to go up 14, now it's tied. Yeah, that was a big fumble. But the thing that pissed me off the most was the damn field. How do you have a slippery ass field in the Super
Well,
Bowl.
I
And
don't
you're in
think
a
it was
dome.
just slippery. I think when they put the stage up for Rihanna's show, it created divots in the field. So a lot of
No,
guys,
it
I
was
think, were
slippery
falling
before,
into
though.
the holes.
It
So
was slippery before, though. Like,
it
it
was
was
slippery
slippery.
before. And they also complained about the field well before the game, because if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Kansas City wound up playing Arizona in that stadium during the regular season, and everybody had complaints about that. Well, at least in Kansas City staff, they had complaints that
Well, he
what's
need to
going
get
on?
in,
Y'all
man.
guys got this dome. You could put the roof up, you could tip the roof back, and the field could be ideal, but it wasn't. And at this point, when it's the Super Bowl, is for all the marbles, they pretty much already used to it. So you didn't hear anything on Kansas City side, but if you looked on the sideline for Philly, they had like 30 different pairs of shoes just ready to go.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts changed his shoes because at first Jalen Hurts was looking normal. And then when he changed some shoes, he turned into Superman. He got grip. But you can't have people slipping and falling if it's not raining. Now, if it's raining, that's different. That's Mother Nature. But stuff that we can control, we can't have the biggest game like caused by anything. I know people gonna say the holding, but I'm gonna say, bro, it was what it was. It was a fucking hold. That didn't determine the game.
The
That
call was
didn't
correct.
determine it. That didn't
Everybody's
determine
just
it.
all up in arms because where it happened at during the game.
It wasn't pass interference. This was a hold. It wasn't like it was a spot foul. It was just a hold. He held him. The dude said he held him. And I know people gonna say, well, you can't let the rest of the line. As a Saints fan, we was on the other side of that bullshit. Like it was a clear pass interference. And we had to go play on. And then it was another face, like they hit my quarterback in the face. And he threw all that. So I know how it feels to be on the 9 call, but they actually called it correct. I looked at it on all angles. He held him twice. He grabbed him in the back with the left hand, then he grabbed him with the right hand. He did it twice. So,
to me, it's not excuse. That defense just did not step up in the second half. And Mahomes picked them apart.
Like you missed the late night show beforehand, but I said it. I said the Eagles defense is overrated. It's if once you can stop that front 4, even the front 7, they are weak. If they can't get a pass rush, they are weak. They have no linebackers, and their corners are overrated. And it played out like I said. I said they would have to blow the Chiefs out to win this game.
I'm gonna bring us back just a little bit. So we're talking about the field conditions. So the Super Bowl is always the measuring stick for how they want to come out for next season. So moving forward, they would actually like the real grass being in everyone's stadium next year. Is going to be in our stadium, and we don't have all that new fancy technology where you could just slide your stuff in and out, whatever.
We need it.
They want
we need
put it in all the stadiums for the league. I don't see how that's going to work in our case because we don't have that retractable roof crap. We're not going to have sunlight hitting it, and it's bad enough trying to take care of your grass by itself.
Y'all
want us to take care of this crap, 17 weeks in and out. And then it's not the only during the season, the football games ain't the only venue there. And then we're supposed to have another event. We're supposed to have a big event. Well, granted, we actually do have another big event during the season. We have the New Orleans Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. That happens during the season.
It might do like they do in other stadiums, put wheels underneath it and roll it out. Roll it in and out.
I would love to see how that works for the teams that don't have the retractable roof. I know us for one. I think Detroit don't have it. So
it's a lot of teams that don't have the retractable roof.
I'm interested in how that works for indoor teams that don't have that option. And the next point I want to bring us to. The next point I want to bring us to was I like that I learned something on ESPN following the Super Bowl. So I didn't know that defensive people wear the color of the opposing teams, their gloves are supposed to be. So let's say, for instance, with Kansas City wearing white, the defense was supposed to wear white gloves so he can have that hold and you can't really tell. But he had on green gloves. So that's was like the referee looking at this like, y'all saying this, right? It was an easy call. Like they could not miss it. When it happened,
It was
where it
on the,
happened,
it
and
was
him
right in the back in
having
his
the
back.
opposite color gloves on. I learned something. I was today years old when I found this out.
Yeah, they normally wear the opposite color so they can get away with shit. But it was like it was clear. I'm like, damn, he held the fuck out of him. Like I'm like, I looked at it like he held him. It's what it was. I'm like, look, it's Juju Smith. I was gonna drop the fucking ball anyway. But I'm like, you didn't have to hold him. Maybe get out of the way with the first hold, but the second hold, I'm like, damn, he can. The referee is right there. They're gonna call this shit.
Shame on Juju for taking that shot on Twitter as well.
But no, you the champ. You can do what you want when you're the champ. You got bragging rights. I don't care if you didn't play it down. You are a champion. You can't. They can't tell you shit.
I mean,
Look,
I
who
don't
getting
know.
fitted for the ring and who sitting at home crying? Juju
mean,
or the Eagles?
see,
I don't think the Eagles are crying. I know they're upset they lost, but I'll tell you what, I think the NFC East, the Eagles are going to be contenders again next year.
They better go fix it. They better get some linebackers up in there. They're linebackers. Because Kelsey was doing a number on their ass in the first half. They had to double Kelsey. That's what opened up the receivers. Them linebackers, they better get them a linebacker.
Who can stop Kelsey though?
I know, but I'm saying you got some people that could slow him down. But he was having his way in the first half. He had like
we
60-something
talking,
yards.
but I mean, Philly is still sitting pretty. I mean, they was just in the Super Bowl. The team is young. They got room, unless they start making decisions where it's going to start affecting the cap. But then they still got considerable draft picks.
No, that don't matter because Jalen Hurts is about to come up. He about to get past Deshaun Watson. That cap space is gone. They got like maybe 1 year because that cap space is gone. He gonna get Mahomes / over Deshaun Watson is the floor. Deshaun Watson
all you need. All you need is that 1 year.
They got one, and if they don't win, they are in trouble. They're gonna have to break that team up. Cause nobody coming there for veteran minimums. They still got to pay CD this year if they're gonna keep him.
If they
got to pay him top, they got to pay him top safety money now. Can't pay him slot corner money like we was about to. They got to pay him safety money, which is much higher. They about some cap casualties is about to happen.
Well, isn't the cap is going up though?
Yeah, but you still got to figure in. They got Jalen Hurts on a rookie salary. That's why they was able to do what they were doing. He about to get top 5, maybe top 3 money.
Well, the quarterback market is going to reset regardless.
Yeah, he about to eat that shit up.
Yeah,
I don't know about top 3 money. I don't know about top 3 money, but top 5, I would say.
Look, based on this season, right? He top 2 because he finished second in MVP race. So he's the second best quarterback in the league. According to MVP voting. That's how you know how they slot shit.
I mean, yeah, but I also think they have to look at strength of schedule. And the beginning of the year, the Eagles played their first 7 or 8 games were against teams.
They don't look at that. They look at the numbers and they look at the accolades.
They don't care about that.
Team All Pro. I'm a second team All Pro. I'm a Pro Bowler. I was an MVP candidate. This is what Deshaun Watson got and didn't do half the shit I got. This is where we're starting. That's the smart business move.
They don't
this
care
is where we're starting
whatsoever.
Or you're gonna have a Lamar Jackson situation
I was getting ready to say that it's gonna be Lamar Part 2.
Because it's like this is when we started. Deshaun Watson fucked the market up. He fucked it up.
Deshaun Watson didn't have nothing to do about that. What happened was Cleveland was like, you know what? Here's a bunch of money. That's who messed it up. The Browns did.
But you know what I mean? The situation fucked it up. So that's the fucking floor for these people here. We got to get. I'm better than Deshaun Watson. Here it is. I need to start there. We're gonna start here. That's what you understand. There's no way you gonna play me less guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson, and I'm a better player.
Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at what does Lamar do? Because I'm selfish. Right now, I want him. I want Lamar. I'm in the market for a quarterback. He up in here talking about he not gonna play for a franchise tag, and he gonna wind up playing chicken with Baltimore. Baltimore, if y'all don't want to treat him right, say, bro, by all means, what y'all want? Y'all can
they're gonna want multiple ones. They're gonna want multiple ones.
Multiple ones, and we don't have the cash space to sign.
We don't have multiple ones, but what else you want? You can't have multiple ones, but what do you want? You want a Michael
take Alvin
Thomas?
Kamara. He's going to jail anyway.
I'll give you Michael Thomas. If you want Marshawn Lattimore, come get Marshawn Lattimore. Like right now, you come shopping in my yard. Come shopping. I want Lamar. That's it. Y'all know what the deal is.
They don't want Michael Thomas.
I don't think Baltimore wants a good bargain basement, though. Going to you guys and shopping, yeah, you have some good players, but it's not what they want. They're gonna want picks, and they're gonna want big picks. They're not gonna want no second round pick. They're gonna want multiple number one picks, and maybe they'll take one of maybe one of your receivers or something like that.
I would not do that trade at all because whatever makes us great, they're gonna take. And now we just got Lamar Jackson, who we could have had from the fucking beginning if Sean Payton
could have had him from the word go.
We could have had him right now. But no, Payton wanted to mock his fucking Davenport. But hey, that's what he wanted to do. Great coaching, Sean Payton. Great foresight. But I'm just saying, he gonna cost too much. He got to go to. They're gonna send him to a lowly team that's desperate as fuck, like the Atlanta fucking Falcons. And we're going to see him twice a year. Somebody going to be desperate as fuck to pay that money.
That dude said he ain't going to Atlanta.
Yeah, he said he ain't going to Atlanta, but if I trade you there and I throw money at your ass, you going to say, hey, A-Town down. What the fuck you going to
do? And I don't think he has a no trade clause.
Nope.
No, so he got to go wherever they send his ass.
He's still on a rookie deal.
Yeah. He ain't got no trade clause. I would trade him to Atlanta, get all their picks.
He ain't got
all their ones. They're gonna be sad for the next few years. So I want 4 first-round picks from y'all and 2 seconds. You're gonna give me 6 picks. There you go. How desperate are you, Atlanta? Atlanta gonna jump on this shit.
And the fact that they just took a QB last year. That's what makes it sad to me.
And they might throw in Desmond Ridder for you. Hey, give me Desmond Ridder just for shits and giggles. I need a backup quarterback. And that's what it is. Like we said this on the show. We said Deshaun Watson is going to fuck the market up. He fucked it up.
I can agree with Eric. It wasn't Deshaun Watson.
You know what I mean? With the Browns, but it was him. If he didn't leave the Texans, if he was still on the Texans, the Browns would have never threw the money if he never wanted out. So he wanted out. So you got a top, you can say at the time, 5 talent out. They threw all the money at him because the Browns are desperate. And that's what the fuck happened.
It wasn't that he wanted out. I don't think he was no longer welcome in Houston. I think it was a mutual thing.
He wanted out.
It was a mutual thing.
No, he wanted out at first. And then all of a sudden these accusations came out. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of Houston. I want to be out. Okay, you want to be out? Here's 23 women say you did whatever you did. But that was
the thing, though. The thing about that situation, hey, your contract is coming up. What do you want to do? Like, you had pretty much all the pieces that, I mean, is best that Houston can get by the Texan standards, because the Texans still not used to winning. Like, this is the best team that you're gonna have. What do you want? And then the whole team just like, you know what? Yeah, blow this stuff up. It ain't
blow
gonna
it
work. And then they was like, well, since we're gonna blow it up, here's a bunch of money. Save us. And he's like, ooh, money. I like that. Give me that. And then it's like, ooh, we ain't got no talent. Ooh, I messed up.
I want out.
Yeah, get me out of here.
Get me out of
here.
Get
me out of here. So, okay, well, here's the things that we've been keeping up with. So we're gonna follow not only these allegations, we're gonna follow the ones from when you were in Clemson. So all that baggage, all that stinky trash. Hey, here's the bill. Good luck.
He beat it, and then you know what? Here come Cleveland. Here's more money, more than you deserve. Here's more money. Now look at the rest of the quarterbacks looking like this dude didn't play.
I wouldn't say that with the numbers that he had with Houston. You know, he deserved big money. He was top,
but not
top.
that. But not that. He deserved that.
I think he didn't deserve all that guarantee money.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
He that big ass contract, but it's that guaranteed money that now people are looking at when they're going to sign for quarterbacks. They want to make sure most of their contract is guaranteed money now because of Deshaun Watson.
Yes. This was now Cleveland. When that news dropped, remember he was supposed to come to either the Falcons or us, right? So we all waiting. And when that news dropped, Cleveland came with the guaranteed money. Lamar Jackson was like this. Oh yeah, I'm MVP. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get paid. Baby. Oh, let's go.
This is exactly what happened. Me as the Cleveland owner. Hey, Deshaun, you really did that? Now this is me as this Deshaun. Let me do a little wardrobe change.
He's switching.
Nah, I ain't do that. Cool.
And I could be Cleveland owner. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Even if you did do
it, feel whatever you think is fair.
No, I'm telling you, the Cleveland owner say, I don't care if you did do it. Here's $230 million guaranteed. Here you go. My organization is a double fire.
I honestly think he just gave the people a blank check. Hey, Deshaun, fill out whatever you think is fair.
Well, fill out whatever you think you're worth. Oh, $230 million? We got that.
So I'm gonna write 200. So, agent, what's the quarterback market? What Pat Mahomes get? I want something around that. Let me write that down. Let me put 230.
About 200 something guaranteed.
Let me put. If he getting 250, I'm gonna put 230. I ain't gonna copy the exact notes down. Yeah, go slide that in and see if they take that. Cleveland looking at it.
Pat Mahomes' deal is 10 years. Cool. That's the difference. He got a 10-year deal for 350.
Yeah.
He got like a 4-year deal for 230, man.
4 years.
And if you think about it, 1 year is already done. So he only has 3 years. 3 years.
4 or 5 years, I think.
And then the thing about it, the idiots guaranteed him the money. So the money he getting paid. So all that time he was sitting at home, well, guess what?
I'm sorry, it was a 5-year deal. He got 4 years left. It was a 5-year deal.
He got 4 years left. That's crazy.
He basically wasted a year.
You know what? Cleveland just probably messed their franchise up for the next 10 years, if not more, because of this, what they did. You know, trying to, like everybody following suit, trying to buy a championship.
I mean, they in the same division with, our guy Joe Cool. I mean, I had high hopes that he'd be winning. He'd be winning the another conference championship this year. Until he didn't. And you also got to compete against Mike Tomlin, who hasn't had a losing season since he started professionally coaching. Going on a whole 19-year career now, 19-year stretch, and you've never seen the Steelers with a below average record. That's
Wait,
commendable, by the way.
thanks to the Saints. The Saints would have handled business. You would have had a fucking losing record. It could have came down to the last game. Thank you, Dennis Allen.
You know what? In hindsight, you know what? I'm upset. I'm upset about that. But in what they say in wrestling, for the interest of business, whatever.
What's best for business?
What's best for business? I'm gonna stand with Tomlin. I like Tomlin being successful in the league, especially when they stop giving brothers. I'm not gonna say they stop giving brothers the chance, but they rarely give brothers a chance. And this guy is still doing it.
Oh, we can go to the next subject, which Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, 2 losing Eagles coordinators get head coaching jobs. The OC of the dynastic Chiefs. He been the OC since they became dynasty.
Yes.
And Washington says it's on paper that he has that same job. However, his title is assistant head coach.
Yeah. So that means when they fire fucking Ron Rivera, we're going to fire one minority to elevate another minority? That's the fuck we doing? We're going to piss off our Latino brothers.
And the trashiest culture that the NFL has to offer in Washington. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Washington. I'm like, this dude, this is why I'm pissed off with the Saints. I was screaming, Eric Bieniemy. Oh, yeah. I'm like, before we got to the down, I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm like, get Eric Bieniemy. Dude from here. He's around Pat Mahomes. So you're gonna tell me he don't have nothing to do with Pat Mahomes' development? And he's been the OC since Pat Mahomes got drafted. He's been the OC. Like, so what's what makes sense? He's been the OC since Pat Mahomes got drafted. They went on this crazy ass run. He has something to do with that. Or, oh no, it's all Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. He ain't had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me?
I believe that. I don't believe that. Listen, I was mad that the Jets went and didn't wait until after the Super Bowl and they hired an offensive coordinator. Yes. Because I thought that Eric Bieniemy would be somebody good for New York. But no, they went and got some dude that, all right, he had a successful OC career with Green Bay and, the whole Aaron Rodgers stigma.
Y'all about to get Rodgers, bro. Just get ready for it.
I don't think sometimes some of these owners or like the owners in New York or New Jersey, I don't honestly think they know how to run a fucking team. Because I think that if Eric Bieniemy was going to be out there, that was the best offensive coordinator out.
Oh yeah,
and that's just my opinion.
Hey man, that's what's up. I like Doc being the father. Look at that. That's a cute picture.
It's good that he wears his headphones though.
Yeah.
Oh no, it goes PG once I see the kids come up, and I go PG real quick because I remember I had to do a show. When my stepson wanted to do the show with me. That was the hardest show I ever had to do because he was up there next to me, and I wanted to go off, but I was like, "Yeah, but gosh, he's sitting right next to me, looking at me." I'm like, oh shit.
When you sent the message before that you were setting up, when I wrote, first I thought I hit okay, but I hit the middle finger, and I didn't want you to think I was saying,
That always happens, bro. Look, that happened one time. I was like, he was saying, I'm like, get well, and I hit the middle finger by mistake. I'm like, oh shit.
But did you see who looked?
Who nasty?
The first person to look was Nasty, so I kind of thought we were going to be blessed with Nasty tonight. Now that we got rid of that bum Izzy, we could have had Nasty back.
I saw Nasty playing baseball in the woods.
He must be doing something in the woods. Whatever he's doing, I want to do because he's more interested in that.
Listen, he's playing baseball in the woods. I saw him do a live earlier. He was playing baseball in the woods, and he looked like he got fat. So he's been eating the bears in the wood or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, nasty.
That's why he don't want to come back.
About that. It was going off about it yesterday on the wrestling podcast.
I gotta tell you, man.
Well, I was gonna say, supposedly Derek Carr is visiting New York this weekend.
Oh, we're still trying to find.
I think it should be interesting.
I want to know why we making Derek Carr more important than he is.
Derek Carr is the best quarterback out there in free agency right now. He technically is.
Okay.
It's a shitty free agent moment.
He's a polished turd. Okay, great. He's a Pro Bowler, but he's been in the league for.
Maybe he's the piss that's running down the side of the toilet. I don't think he's full turd yet. Get in there.
that dude's a polished turd. I'm saying it. I mean,
so then what would you consider J-Bo?
J-Bo, he's not getting a fair shot. He's not getting a fair shot whatsoever.
He can't stay healthy. That's his problem. If he was to stay healthy, J-Bo
so
probably be
he's a crippled turd.
Yeah, he's crippled.
We'll call him
I wouldn't call him a turd, but he just untapped potential. Like,
listen, if you look at Carr's numbers, Carr's consistent. Carr got good numbers.
And he never had a defense. Derek Carr never had a defense. His defense been like 32nd, 31. So maybe if he do come to the Saints and has a defense, he might can play better than Dalton. I just need somebody to play better than Dalton. I don't need you to be a superstar. I just need you to be better than Dalton.
Definitely could take off better than Dalton.
And you notice they haven't released either one of your quarterbacks because unless you get a quarterback, you're going to be sticking with J-Bo and Dalton again for next year.
Well, J-Bo is already on the hook. He's already pretty much out the door. It's just a matter of time when they want to announce it.
I think they're waiting to sign Carr, and then that's when he get the door. If they don't sign Carr, I think they got to keep him because you have nobody else. Then J-Bo will be the best quarterback on the market. You put him out there.
You can go for Jimmy G, another one that can't stay healthy.
Man, you might as well stay with Dalton. Shit, you might as well stay with Dalton because Jimmy G, he wins so ugly sometimes, and that's because San Francisco was so talented. It's like he been having the luckiest, he had the luckiest career ever. He had been with the Patriots. He has, they have, Bill Belichick in them, so he won games there. And then he lucked up the 49ers with the culture they got there. We come here with dumbass Dennis Allen. Man, that's going to be a fucking disaster. Jimmy G. No. I'm like, man.
When I thought he didn't like his meeting with the Saints. Because right after he had the meeting with the Saints, Carr turned around and told the Raiders, don't trade me to the Saints because I'm not going to allow it. So they must have said something to him that he didn't like. I get that I want to go out there in free agency and test the waters, but I just don't think he liked what the Saints had to say.
Or it was a deal, a wink deal, like, man, look, get out of this shit so we can get you under the cap. Because we cap strap. So we can't take Derek Carr's shit, like his current contract. We can't take it.
Right. That's what that was about.
Deal. Maybe it was like, if you go there and tell them don't come, you won't accept the trade to us, we can hammer out a deal that's more cap friendly for us for this year. And then you get your money on the back end.
Then you can get your money at the end. Because Mickey Loomis is great for doing that.
He was the only team. We were the only team he went to. We was the only team. Like, he canceled the Carolina thing, and he was here for 2 days.
Would you have went to Carolina?
Fuck no.
All right,
defense,
maybe. You know why he canceled that?
Maybe with that defense. The defense is nasty in Carolina. But fuck no, I would go to Carolina.
Yeah, but your defense got to be good, but you need the players on offense to execute plays.
Well,
who does Carolina really have?
DJ Moore. That's about it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do it with one guy. You already saw how it is in this league. Like Joe Burrow this is the year for him to prove because he about to lose T. Higgins.
Oh,
and if he loses T. Higgins, he's not going to have 2 number 1 wide receivers anymore. So now he's going to have to ball to play.
People don't want to hear me when I say T. Higgins is better than fucking Jamar Chase. Nobody want to hear it, but he is.
Whoa.
Jamar Chase is. Well, he can. Look at the route. I ain't ready to say that. T. Higgins. Look at the routes T. Higgins run, and look at what Jamar Chase runs. He's a far better route runner. Hands about what and what. That Chase is bigger. That's it, man. I see T. Higgins take over a game.
I like T. Higgins. I really do. I'm not trying to dump on him either, but I'm not. I'm not joining that one because I don't want to crap on either one of them. I like their receiver.
I'm not crapping on him, but I'm saying he right now, like the potential is with Chase. Okay, but I'm saying right now, I'm like T. Higgins is a fucking monster. It's just that he get overshadowed by Chase. He get overshadowed by Chase because Joe Burrow got a connection with him.
We'll see wherever he ends up next year.
I'm like, this dude, T. Higgins is filthy. I'm like, this is horrible. What are you doing? And it's like, they double him. And that's why Jamar Chase be open all the time. They be doubling T. Higgins. Because I'm like, why is Jamar Chase open? That's all I be telling myself. Like, how is he open? You go back and look at the tape. They're doubling T. Higgins.
Yep.
We're going to let Jamar get his, but we can't let T go off. Then we can't stop him at all. Big ups to the Bengals for that, though. The Bengals draft these last couple of years.
The only reason why they had those 2 players on their team like that, though, is because Burrow is on his rookie deal. But there's only next year. And next year, it's going to change.
After that,
Burrow is going to get that Deshaun Watson money.
Yes.
He's going, yes, indeed.
If he plays and makes the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
He has to make the playoffs. He can't go out this year and just barely make it or, you know what I'm saying? He's got to be in the playoffs this year for him to get Deshaun Watson money. And not only get to the playoffs, he better have numbers.
I'm like this way. Burrow, look, barring injury, if Burrow plays, they're making the fucking playoffs. that team is just too stacked. That's a given if Burrow plays. And it's like Burrow gets that money already because he's a household name. Okay, you don't want to pay me? You know how many teams are lined up to pay Joe Burrow? I know one team in Louisiana will pay for him. They'll throw $300 million at him just to get him to come back.
With everybody that comes off the books, you gonna say, bro, it's been a pleasure having you. You might want to push up out of here.
That's what's gonna happen. I'm saying
that's a lot of money for a strapped team.
I know they will cut everybody for Joe Burrow because they know the money he would make down here.
But you could bring him in. You got to win championships, so you got to at least get to the playoffs. You can't be losing to, Atlanta and the Bucks all the time.
I'm just saying, think about this. He went to LSU down here. This dude, they treat him like he's fucking Drew Brees out here. Like he got some of them damn LSU fans be rooting for the damn Bengals. I'm like, listen. One person came and they almost got in a fight at the Bengals game this year. I say, bro, do not come with me with this two-face ass jersey. How you gonna have a Saints jersey on the front, the Drew Brees 9 on the front, and you're gonna have Joe Burrow Bengals jersey on the back? Bitch, get away from me.
Oh,
like you're a fucking traitor. Bitch, I would knock you out. That's what I told him to do. He come out high five and who that? I looked at the back. I said, man, get your trading ass out of here. Or you who that or who they, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
You don't know what you want to be. You confused
ass. Trans. He's a trans team person. I don't know what the fuck he is, man. I don't know what the fuck he going on. I identify as a Bengal, but I'm a Saints fan. What kind of shit is that, man? Get out of here.
What? You use too many words here, man. Just keep it simple.
You should have seen how many LSU Burrow jerseys were in the crowd. I'm like, this is not an LSU game, bitches.
Hey,
yeah,
like
but
my
they're
uncle
just
put my hand over my
we
mouth.
don't have that down here. They love
Like
them
they
some Joe
think
Burrow
Burrow
down
is
here.
God. That's what they are. Like they thought Drew Brees is Jesus. That's what they used to call him, Drew Brees. Jesus. Man, that's that new Drew Brees. The new Drew Brees is their wet dream in Louisiana and Mississippi is to get Joe Burrow to come back down here.
Get Joe
That's their
Burrow.
wet dream.
Come back to the Bayou.
So if the Bengals fuck around, let that go out, the pressure for them to get Joe Burrow would be immense, and we would have to do something stupid. And I know they would. They would do something stupid to get Joe Burrow. But he's gonna get above Deshaun Watson money because they already speak of him as the next thing. Justin Herbert, even though he haven't won shit, he gonna get above fucking Deshaun Watson. All these batch of new quarterbacks are going to hit 230 or more. So if you got a young, good quarterback, you better start saving for that contract. It's coming.
And I think that's why what's his name hasn't signed with the Ravens. Because he knows that these guys are about to get big contracts, and he got an MVP.
Yes.
So he wants
the AFC is the murder's row.
He wants to make that money.
Oh yeah.
And when you're your own representative,
he should have had an agent.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have an agent. He's his own agent.
He should have an agent.
So if he don't like what the Ravens are saying, he's like, yo, send me somewhere else.
Yeah,
Trade me somewhere else.
You need a buffer because you're gonna take shit personally. You can't do it.
2 years removed from getting an MVP, and I mean it's not even close that he's not your best. You can't even say that he's not your best player. He is your best player. So I mean, you want him to invest in himself. You want to keep him on the team. I don't know what's the problem. What is the problem?
Pay the man.
It's the guaranteed part of it. They're probably offering him $200 and something million, but they're only giving him. You know what I'm saying? They're only giving him so much guaranteed, and he wants more.
Eric, they are $100 million apart on the latest contract. $100 million. They're $100 million apart. So that tells me they're offering this man $100 and something million guaranteed, and he's like, man, fuck that. I'm worth more than that.
He worth more than that.
He is worth more than that. If I'm 100, look, I done told him the floor is Deshaun Watson. If you're talking to me about anything else, I will sit out. I got enough money to sit out. I am sitting out. Fuck you. What you gonna do? Trade me? Trade me. Please trade me.
Well, no. The option is that they tag him. They give him the franchise tag.
I'm not signing it.
That he don't have to. He really don't. And
no,
if he's not signed.
Isn't there two types of franchise tags? There's one where no other team can contact you, and then there's another type of franchise tag where you're basically given permission to shop yourself.
Yes, it's
so I would franchise tag him with that option. Go shop yourself. You want to sit out? Go ahead. There's not a lot of teams that got that money.
I said I am. I'm like, I'm playing chicken until next year. What you gonna do? Like
he's still young.
It's gonna be this what the Cowboys did with Emmitt Smith. Remember, the Emmitt Smith went to the season not having a contract, and they went 0-2 with Derrick Jones fucking panic, and he overpaid Emmitt Smith, and they won the championship.
Yeah, let me hurry and get this money. Let me stop this money.
Let me hurry up.
What happened with him and Zeke, with the Cowboys and Zeke Elliott?
Let's not talk about the Cowboys. I wanted to bring something up the other day when you guys had the show. I wish I would have been awake, because how do you fire all of your coordinators and not realize that it's your quarterback that sucks, not the coordinators? And they're going to find that out this year because, again, Zach will come in third or fourth place in his division.
They don't have a choice. And I mean, yeah,
No.
well, here's the thing.
Play that punk.
We back at the standoff again with the quarterback and the team and those who are in charge and they who are in charge, the authority figures. And it was like, hey, what do we do with Dak? Okay, Dak got his money. Dak was hurt, but he got his money. So I want to show that I'm worth it. I came back.
Wasn't he hurt 7 games? So he was hurt 5 or 7 games.
He got hurt in week 1, and he was supposed to sit out. He was supposed to sit out until the playoffs. That's what the original report said. He was supposed to come back during the playoffs, but then Cooper Rush got hot. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to create a controversy because I don't want y'all to forget about me because y'all just gave me this money. He came back sooner. Grand turnovers were there. The team was
led the league in interceptions.
Didn't even play half the season and led the league in interceptions.
He beat Derek Carr. Like,
but in the grand scheme of things, looking at that Raiders team, is that a surprise?
No.
With Pollard in the backfield, Zeke putting up his little bullshit running, little numbers running, and you had some good wide receivers in Dallas. So is that surprising? You know what I'm saying?
It's surprising that Dak had led the league in interceptions. He got all those fucking weapons.
Exactly.
That's fucking surprising. And what Dallas is like they're trying to get DeAndre Hopkins now. DeAndre Hopkins wants to be traded to Dallas. That would help him even more. I know Dallas fans want it. I know Dallas fans want it. But I don't know if Jerry ain't gonna pull the trigger. He should pull the trigger right now.
I mean, you got nothing else to lose.
They said because he got caught with PEDs, his contract got voided. His with no trade clause got waived. They can trade him anywhere now, but he wants to go to Dallas. So if I'm on the phone, I'm trying to get to Jerry. Jerry, give up something for me, baby. Let me get that.
What you got for me?
You never trade the person where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? You never trade the person where they want to go. You get where you go to where who's going to give you the best players, draft picks, or whatever. You saw how the Nets did Kyrie. He wanted the Lakers. They were like, "No, we're sending you to Dallas," which wasn't a bad move. It wasn't a bad move, but it wasn't what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? I would never trade the person where they want to go. Fuck that.
You know, actually, that was a better move.
They say that, but when I first read it, said Kyrie didn't have he didn't have a list. It wasn't a preference. It's like, okay, the Lakers are there, but I'm not completely 100% just sold on the Lakers.
I'm just like, it's a better thing for Kyrie because you're going to the playoffs with the Dallas Mavericks. You're going to the playoffs. Y'all talented enough to go to the playoffs. You go to the Lakers, you might make it. You might not make it.
Here's the thing. In the West, the teams are just neck and neck with each other. I mean, at the beginning of the season, it was, they had some distance. But then when the season sets in and guys aren't available or they sit out for whatever reason, load management, whatever you want to call it, now we get to start. Okay, now, for instance, I want to say the Lakers. The Lakers, as of last night, Thursday, so they were 3 games behind the 6th seed, which will avoid the play-in. And they got a game now. They beat us, so that gives them a game closer. And look at the Pelican situation. Okay, we were 7th. I think we dropped
to number 1 at one point.
We was number 1. We was number 1. We lost a ton of games.
Because Krispy Kreme hurt himself. Yeah, he like to say because
the man hamstring is bad.
Man, look,
It's just a
fact of life. The dude is not available.
We need to get rid of these option doctors. I'm sorry. It's the same shit that goes on with the Saints. We have one. Look, it'd be an injury that's minor. They tell us, and the next thing you know, it's something bigger. These fucking Saints and Pelicans doctors are a bunch of quacks. Yeah, I said it.
Well,
they keep getting hurt. People keep getting game-changing injuries. Like, because when he's in the game, the league is too soft to stop him. but his hamstrings are gone.
I mean, it's always something around his legs. I mean, look at it. He's been in the league 3 years. He's been hurt. I'm sorry, 4. He's been in the league 4 years,
What's up, Pop?
and he has yet to play an entire season. He hasn't even played half of a season since he's been drafted.
Well,
so
he played 70. Didn't he play 70 games one season? Like one season, he played like 70 games.
No, he did not. He's never got over 40 games. When he came in, when he got drafted, when he got drafted, he didn't even begin his first game until January that year.
And this is why
I the second year in. The third year he didn't play at all. And this year he got hurt. Again. He got hurt at January. So
and this is why I told Pelican fans get Ja Morant. This is why I said it. I say because availability, he's going to be hurt. I say yes, Zion is an incredible talent, but how does that talent help you when he in street clothes? The last 2, I went to 2 Pelicans games. I went to 1 primetime Pelican game. I think that was like January or end of December, and then the other one in February. And he didn't play in January, and then he didn't play. He didn't play. It was a big stretch. He did not play in either game.
Hurt the first game in January. We was
so it was January,
and he got hurt.
This is the longest hamstring pull I have ever seen.
He's like little AD.
Yes. It is like the Pelicans have trouble with number 1 picks.
We do. It's just a fact of life. It really is.
I say, when do you cut the cord and get all you can for Zion? Like you got to think about it. So at some point, if he keep getting hurt, you might have to cut that cord.
That's never happening because one.
I know it's never going to happen. But if I'm the GM, if I'm the GM, I'm trading this motherfucker before and getting all these picks back because he keep getting hurt. And let him he might be a superstar for a year or 2. That's his fucking trajectory. He's gonna play great and then get hurt for like 20 or 30 games. It's like playing Russian roulette, Eric. It's playing Russian roulette.
I'm on the record of sticking by Zion, and I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to do it because it's the most toxic relationship ever. I've never in my life had this type of toxic relationship ever. But I'm going to stick by him. I've stuck by him this far. This is the most toxic relationship ever. And I mean, I've been on a point where
we're gonna get that later, Anthony, but I think it's gonna be. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
I don't think so.
I don't like the format. Like they got me on a betting line. Like I want to bet on All-Star game. I don't know the teams. I don't know the teams. You just telling me LeBron
and that's the thing. So they changed the format. They started off this. They normally would start off with drafting the starters. Well, this year they're going to flip-flop it. Now they're going to start drafting the reserves first. And then it's, now you got your big names and who's going to start, but you won't know who's going to start until the game is about to begin.
Just go back to East versus West. Because if you do it, the game is about even. Just go back East versus West. It's
but you traded away some all-star starters to the West.
Yes.
So what do you do in that situation?
You keep them in the East for the All-Star game purposes.
They're Eastern All-Stars because they got picked as an Eastern All-Star. So they will still be on the East. But so you traded Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And everybody's hurt. Zion is an all-star. Hurt.
Yep.
Kevin Durant, all-star. Hurt.
I don't think he's hurt.
Giannis got hurt last night.
Yeah, Giannis got hurt last night. His wrist.
Hurt. So they're gonna have to get another person to replace him. I don't think Milwaukee.
Hopefully it's Brunson from New York, because that kid is solid, and he wasn't chosen.
Yeah, we don't know the teams. We don't.
No, we don't. You're right, Anthony. We really don't.
Everybody's everybody is. Everybody's injured. It's like it's a turkey shoot. Yeah, the merch. I love the merch. Oh man, I'm just saying this. So we didn't talk about the trade deadline because we were the late night last week. Man, that trade deadline. We thought Kyrie to the Mavs or something. They had the trade that shocked me. I was sitting down at my phone 2 a.m. All of a sudden, my phone just started lighting up. Like, lighting up. Man, what's going on? Kevin Durant has gotten traded to the Phoenix Suns. I say, I know they had to give up Booker. Nope. I know they had to give up Chris Paul. Nope. DeAndre Ayton. Nope. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson as a couple of picks for Kevin Durant. The Suns then got off. But they have 2 years to win this championship. They have 2 years because Chris Paul got 2 years left. That's it.
My thing with this
I honestly think that the West right now is stacked. Because if you look at it, the West became very strong off of this trade deadline.
So that was two teams that were pretty much gonna make their run anyway. But my thing about it is, what do you do in a series of 7? Now you got all that firepower, but in the trajectory of the playoffs has been, what does your bench do? Because once these guys go out, or these guys get gassed, as we seen with KD playing hero ball, those 2 years ago, and being that one shot away from the finals.
Have you noticed KD always get his way traded to the All-Star teams? He just got luck.
He's the crybaby. He's a crybaby.
Thunder, because he got drafted into the Thunder was drafted. So we're gonna take the Thunder out. But the Warriors, yes. The Nets, yes. Now the Suns, yes. So I'll give him a pass with the Thunder because they drafted well. They had a million picks.
What was the point of this whole Brooklyn saga? What was the point of the tampering at All-Star when they was talking with each other to see, hey, what you want to do, what you want to do?
This is when
then they got everything they wanted.
Eric, he followed a nut. Kyrie Irving is a fucking nut, and people don't realize that.
This might throw the conversation off. To me, I believe Draymond Green ruined what that was supposed to be.
Yes, it was.
Because KD obviously does not care where he balls. He just wants the ball. Like, the dude is just a mercenary. Like, he'll just go. Yeah. He'll go anywhere.
He's Deion Sanders. He's Deion Sanders. Remember when Deion Sanders was a mercenary? He went from San Francisco, then he went to the Cowboys. He just was a mercenary. He is Deion Sanders.
And that's what KD is. Because, I mean, yeah, they gave you flack for going to a 73-win team. But then that 73 team got better. They improved. And you won championships that way. And you could have kept it that way. But you let Draymond get in your head, which I don't know how, because you're way better than him. All that you have to do is just get the rings to prove it. Or get the hardware to prove it. You got an MVP.
It's easy.
He doesn't have an MVP.
That's like if we doing this podcast, right? And I say, Doc, man, we don't need you. We was great before you came on this podcast. You know what you're going to tell me? Fuck you, Mo. I'm out of here. That's what he's going to do. That's what he did.
As a man, yeah. As a man, yeah, you want to do all that. But as a professional, and you like, say, bro, like, hold on, I got an MVP. I just won a championship with y'all. Like, hold on, I got some hardware to kind of back this up, to back up that I'm that guy. Like, even though y'all got a guy, but say, bro, I'm gonna take all that limelight that he got, I'm gonna shine it on me, and I'm gonna do
Bro,
my
I am
thing.
not taking that bet. You can keep your 50. I don't bet on nothing with Kyrie, man. I ain't betting on Kyrie. Y'all can take that bet. I ain't taking that fucking
So
bet.
Kyrie definitely is not going to the Phoenix. I can guarantee you that. That's not happening.
They're trying to. They're saying that's the next rumor. That he gonna follow up to Phoenix. I'm like, oh good Lord.
I don't see that happening.
Oh good Lord. How much help do they need?
That's not happening at all.
When you're trying to win championships, as you saw, you built a team up. And if Chris Paul is on his way out and you bring Kyrie in, are you really doing a disservice to the Suns? No, you're improving them.
Actually better.
You know, they would be a lot better with Kyrie there.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Hater. Like, yes, they are much better with that. If I tell you right now, trade Chris Paul for Kyrie Irving, would you take that if you're the Phoenix Suns?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah! Like, come on, Kyrie, come on in.
Doing it, yeah, but no one's gonna do that. They're gonna look at Chris Paul's age, be like, okay,
he's old.
So they're gonna be like, hey, do you have it in you to get these runs? Because you have to win at least 3 series to be a champion. At least
he
3.
might be a champion now because KD going back 35. 35 wins championship. 35 KD wins championship. I don't know what the 7 was.
KD is a winner, period. But I mean, I don't understand what happened with that whole Brooklyn situation. I really do not understand.
Kyrie was what happened to Brooklyn. Kyrie happened to Brooklyn.
No,
if I'm KD, I don't want Kyrie nowhere near me.
I think the second year it was Kyrie. The first year was Harden. Harden messed up that team in the beginning. They get rid of him. They bring in the dude that's supposed to be so good, and he ain't done nothing. So then now it's up to Kyrie and to KD to do their thing. KD gets hurt. Kyrie was getting the ball, so I don't understand why he was getting what he wanted anyway.
That's what I'm saying. They basically got everything that they was asking
because
for.
If it wasn't for Kyrie, Jay would be happy because KD would be a Knick. He wanted to be a Knick. It was Kyrie who changed his mind and said, "Let's go to the Nets." He was a Knick. He said, "I'm going to be a Knick."
That whole saga was worse than the filler episodes of the Frieza saga from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh God, good Lord!
It took us 40 episodes to get to these dudes trying to fight, and then them fighting took another 30 episodes.
I'm talking about the 5 minutes that was like 40
5 minutes that was like 80 episodes long. You like, say, bro, you got 5 minutes. Okay, so a whole week passed. Like, damn, bro, this is the longest.
Now I'm not gonna put that on Ben Simmons. No. I'm not gonna put that on Ben Simmons because they knew what he was when they got him.
Exactly, and they couldn't trade him because nobody would want that on their team. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't trade Ben Simmons. You were stuck. You're stuck with Ben Simmons until he decides what he's going to do or his contract runs out.
Look good though. The Nets look good though. They look good. They look better than they had KD. They actually have a team.
Better. They're better because now you don't have all that. Hey, I'm not getting what I want, and I don't know what I want. You don't have that uncertainty anymore. Now you have guys that actually gonna ball out. Because here's the thing that people didn't realize about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has played every NBA game since he's been drafted, except for this one when he got traded, and he didn't even know he got traded. Dude had to come up to him and be like, "Say, bro, I'm sorry.
You gotta sit down.
Sorry it happened."
They told him you gotta sit down, bro. You probably gotta sit down, brother.
But I said, "Yeah, you got traded. When? Tonight? Damn." That's the only game that man missed. But you got cats that's coming up. You got Cam Thomas, another LSU great. He out there coming out, balling out. You got Mikal Bridges, who's serviceable to you because he never
dropped
missed
45 the other night.
He's gonna be out here.
Yeah,
like he dropped 45, man. That's better than serviceable. He came out in Phoenix, he couldn't get the ball. Now we seeing he can score. He might become a star in the league, man. It might be Mikal Bridges' team. And they got the right coach, Jacques Vaughn. They got him back. Remember when the Nets made the playoffs and they had a bunch of nobodies and D-Lo with them? And they were like a top team in the league. That what made them, the KD and Kyrie, go to them. And they broke that core up. Don't break this core up y'all got now. Do not break it up for the next superstar.
I think they kind of had enough of the bad publicity. Because
no, they didn't. Because you know why? We had to saga with the Nets before. We had this saga with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and the rest of them old ass Celtics that came over there.
When he
forgot about that.
ARP team.
Yes, and Darren Williams. Yeah, with Darren Williams and all them old ass people came over there, and what? And then they go ahead and they repeat themselves. They rebuild. They finally rebuild to be a contender. Well, not even a contender, but a playoff team. And then they break it down again. The Nets are gonna net. They're gonna do it again. Watch. They're gonna do the shit again. Watch.
I don't know. I think they just tired of it. I think they ready to, sit here and be like, you know what? It's time for us to actually reach our real potential. Because you tried it with the old team, you tried to get it with the mercenary team. Now let's see if you can do it with your young team.
It needs to. And man, I was in a roller coaster because I didn't know till Sunday if my trade went through. I'm like, shit. Are we getting James Wiseman?
Yeah.
Getting James Wiseman? What the fuck is going on? I'm like, what the fuck gonna do?
Portland. I'm like, Portland's so garbage for that. And I like Portland. Y'all know I like Portland. I
got Kevin Knox and 5 second rounders.
Them people say, bro, I'm not gonna tell you that Gary Payton he didn't play no games for us, and I'm not gonna give you the reason why. But we're gonna have this trade. Y'all gonna send him. Y'all gonna give him the physical. He's not gonna pass his physical. So good luck with that. We just want what we want. We just want what we want.
They shot him up with Toradol, man, to play the games, man.
That's messed up,
man. That shit illegal, bro.
Portland trying to fleece these people, man.
I'm all like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, we got James Wiseman, man. Maybe we could get another, good big, I guess. We got rid of Sadiq Bey with his inconsistent play. Okay, I'm okay with the trade. And then here comes Jay, happy to send me this fucking shit, talking about it's in trouble. I said, what the fuck you mean it's in trouble?
The trade might not go through. They got until 4 Eastern time on Sunday.
First they said it was Saturday. So I looked at Saturday. I'm like, okay, cool. It's Saturday. We must got the trade. They say, no, it's Sunday. I said, bitch, you better do it. Go to state because now we gotta get a grumpy ass Sadiq Bey back. Like, how do you rejoin your teams after shit like that? Like, why the fuck are you trading me?
Like, hey man, like, and then they don't tell these players anything. They have to find out like we find out. I'm like, say, bro, y'all agents don't work for y'all. Like, y'all phones don't work. Like, cause I know that we do phones to do everything else. We do phones to take our pictures. We up here on, send emails. We use our phones for everything but talking. You telling me that y'all can't make a call? Be like, hey, guy, I think we just got moved to, I don't know, Sacramento. I think we just got moved to Dallas. We got moved to Detroit. Like, say, bro, pick up the phone. And then most times you got like 2 at a time. You got 2, 3 at a time. Say, baby, y'all in the league, y'all rich. League minimum is 6 figures, man. I can afford 2 phones right now, and I'm far from 6 figures. I mean, far.
I'm just saying, man. You probably be chilling like the KD trade. It was like 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern. Man, you sleep at that time, man. I'm sleep.
I don't even want to talk to y'all about that.
like I'm sleep.
Y'all know my week, my past few weeks have been super chaotic. So I remember just crashing. I don't even remember what time I fell asleep. I had my phone on the charger. I woke up in the middle of the night because I heard a bump from one of the children. I'm like, okay, let me go check, make sure everything's good. So then I'm like, okay, let me get back in the bed. I got comfortable. I was like, okay, let me see what percentage my phone is on so I can take it off the charger. I'm looking. Notification. What's going on here? KD traded. Why? When? How long was I out? I was not out long.
Yes.
I promise you, time sat still for those 20 minutes for me. I'm like, man, I'm still here trying to figure it out. So you know what? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get some sleep in the morning because this got to be my eyes playing tricks on me. Let me go back to sleep, wake up in the morning. Nope, that's true. It's still there. That dude is a Phoenix Sun.
Yes.
Say, man, Brooklyn got to explain this to me, man. Somebody from Brooklyn got to talk to me.
When I saw that it went through that he was getting traded, the first thing that came to my mind is, oh, well, I guess Brooklyn gave up. You know what I'm saying?
It's
they
like
gave up. They were tired of the shit, and they scooped him right out the door. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of the headache. You get rid of the cancer. And they got rid of the cancer of Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a cancer to that team.
He went to them silently. That's why I respect KD. He didn't make it to a big argument. He said once they traded Kyrie, he like, you know what? I want to get traded again. I want to get traded. Like, he didn't tell them where. He just said, look, this is not working. I want to get traded. And they worked on the trade with the Suns. The Suns was trying to get somebody else. The Suns was about to get John Collins.
Yes.
It was a big mess how it happened. They was about to get John Collins. And then the Nets called them to say, man, what would you give me for KD? And then it was like, okay, the initial trade was just Cam, it was Cam Johnson, the picks, and Mikal Bridges. They're like, okay, cool. That trade went through. But then they came back and said, you know what? We want Jay Crowder too. We had to think about it.
That was a Phoenix issue because they've been trying to move Jay Crowder forever. They wanted to move him like all season.
So they're like, you know what? There was a new owner just took power, and he said, you know what? Let's make a power move. Let's do it. Give him Jay Crowder, and boom! At 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, they made that trade. It was like a lot of shit happened for them to get KD.
I honestly thought the trade deadline would pass and there would be no splash. They were saying on the radio, because I recall this as I was driving to work. They were saying, okay, you all think that KD doesn't talk and KD's not in the loop with with all the executives, those who are in charge, those authority figures, so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, cool. Kyrie got out. He got out because he would. Remember last year, he was hurt, but I want to say it was early in the season. Okay, I just don't feel like coming to work.
Right.
Okay. Why? The sun didn't come up right. Okay. So go ahead and take your time off, get your mind right, and we'll talk about it. And KD played until he, kept getting hurt or whatever. If he can't go, then you don't want to ruin your investment. So okay, say, bro, I'm paying you all this money and I want you to win us games. Hey, bro, go rest it up. Go rest your ankle. Put it on ice. Go lift it up. I don't know. Do some Burkham yoga stretches. I don't know. I don't care. And Kyrie got moved. All right, cool. You was mad at the situation. What happened with supposed to having this big three and it's supposed to be the league of big threes. All right. Y'all work together, but y'all don't work together. Then James Harden left town. All right, I'm out. Not a problem. Then it's like, okay, well, I don't feel like showing up. All right, not a problem. KD showing up. I'm gonna still do what I want to do because I want a ball. Not a problem. So I'm thinking, okay, well, we can just figure this out and I'll just ball. And come to find out, Brooklyn's like, yeah, let's just get rid of it all. And let's do stuff from scratch. I don't care. It's kind of like what Jim just said. They gave up. Like, whatever.
I'm gonna say they didn't really start from scratch. Actually, made a better team. See, I tell people a team can beat a team full of stars. We seen this in 04 with the Pistons with the Lakers. The Lakers had more talent, but the Pistons were a better team. Like they are a better team now than they were before the season started. They're deep as shit. Young guys who want it. That's how we got Boston to be a powerhouse because they're a great team. So now somebody got to take a leap, and become that star on their team. But they got a great defensive team that can lock you down, and you don't have to have Ben Simmons be your superstar. Ben Simmons can do what Ben Simmons do on his team.
There's a figure that just sit there.
He can just play defense and give people assists. That's all you need him to do. Rebound, assist, and play defense. Draymond Green. He went from the next LeBron to Draymond Green.
And his own fault. His own fault.
But the scouting reports told us this, though, Eric. It's coming out of LSU. He was lazy. He didn't have work ethic. He didn't have that drive to had a killer instinct. They were telling us this.
When people started touting him as the next LeBron, I mean, you just can't throw out LeBron and somebody is just a wash. Like they tout. I mean, I didn't even see him like that when he was playing down here. I'm like, LeBron, I don't see what y'all see. But people kept talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe I gotta wait for it. And then
that was sneaky good. That was a sneaky good move for the Bucks.
The Bucks been trying to do something like that.
So it's like they did PJ Tucker when they won the championship. But you was talking about Ben Simmons and LSU. He didn't get his team to the tournament.
I mean, I'm guessing I had to wait for it. I mean, I'm still waiting to this day because I don't remember what series it was with him in Philly. That
the Hawk series when he passed up that shot.
When he passed up the shot. When he passed up that shot, I said this last week. There's always that one moment that changes the trajectory of your career, your entire career. And from that point forward, that dude made the entire city of Philadelphia upset at him. And from that point, he has not recovered. Like, his mind is not there. Shit. That dude,
he was an all-star.
He was. And I mean, when he was playing, he was like, okay, I can see why he's worth the hype. Like, he does change the game. Like, if he sits out, the team looks different. It doesn't look as energized. It doesn't run as smooth. Now, I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, what are you here for? Like, you're literally just a person. You're just a body on the court taking up space.
Yep.
That's
how I see it. That's exactly how I see it.
Yes. That's you being real, Eric. Like I can't rebut you. You real on that? Shit, I can't. It's
so basically, they're playing 4-on-5.
Yeah,
that's what it
is. On offense, defense, 5-on-5. On offense, he's not going to do anything.
The dude, so
he is Draymond Green.
You can't even make a meme about the dude. Like, Draymond is worth making a meme of, but they tried to make the meme about him being by himself. You know, with the Will Smith meme with him standing in the room by himself with Ben Simmons, like he won't. That didn't stick because we don't care about Ben Simmons. We don't care about him like that anymore.
I'll put it this way: he's Draymond Green. Like I said, he might get you 6 points, about 10 rebounds, about 8
Draymond puts up more numbers.
I know. I'm just saying. That's his ceiling. A prime Draymond, when Draymond was giving you those like 6, 10, 12 games. That would be a great game for Ben Simmons. Don't expect him to score more than like 6, 7 points. He's not going to score that much. He's going to rebound because he's tall as shit, and he's a great passer. He is basically Draymond Green. A weak ass Draymond Green.
I would say weak ass. I wouldn't say he's like Draymond because Draymond comes out sometimes and he'll give you a double-double.
Yeah, I say his
He'll
game
give you
translates.
17 points, 12 boards, 7 assists.
I honestly think
Ben Simmons might get you a double too, because he might get a couple wide open dunks. You know, he might get you a double, get 10, and 10.
Draymond says he don't even want to make the NBA a career. I think he said he wants to do it for maybe 2 more seasons. I think Ben Simmons is out the NBA at the same time. I really do. I don't because he's not willing to. He's not willing to work on his game. Like you say, he lacks the work ethic. And I mean, you're a professional, dude. Like it's not hard. Like when the lights aren't on, when the lights aren't the brightest, then he won't take off. Like you get these old exercise videos, him running these and in these these gyms. You try to make a run at the gym, and all of a sudden he looks like the most unguardable person that's on the court. But then you got the lights bright, and you're here, and you're getting paid to do it. It's like, where are you? Nowhere to be found. I'm just this jersey that's going back and forward. I'm running back and forward. I'm getting some cardio in. Say, bro, I can get cardio in and get paid for it. The only difference is I'm not 6'11".
Yes.
Like, gee whiz, I can do that.
Everybody can average more than Ben Simmons in the game. It's like Ben Simmons got the body that all of us probably wish for. If you gave me 6'10", and his skills, bro, I would be better than LeBron James with my will. Like, real talk, if you gave me his skill set,
hey,
hell yeah.
Just give me his height. Just give me his height. That's all I need.
Give me his height and his passing.
I'll do the rest.
Yes.
I will do the rest.
Give me his height. Give me his height. I am booming on everybody. I am trying to put people through the rim. I will be Giannis with his height. I will be like, you know what? Brother. Give me the ball.
Hey.
That's what I'm doing every time. Give me the ball. I'm putting you through the rim. I'm like,
I'm running through everybody.
Not everybody got that dog in them, though, Eric. Not everybody has dog in them.
Hey,
and that's why I say
offenses now don't run through the post. Offenses now run through the 3-point line.
But I'm
so
like,
you might get a couple of dunks.
Look at Zion. Zion make most of his fucking 26 points in the post. I will be getting 26 points if I'm 6'10". You're giving me at least 26 because I'm getting the ball. Look, I'm getting the ball. I'm getting a rebound. I'm going coast to coast. Who's going to stop me going coast to coast? Because nobody plays defense. I'm going coast to coast at least 10 times in the game. That gives me 20 points there. Like I'm grabbing the rebound. I'm getting
just do that and run. Because most of the time people don't want to get back on defense. Just take the ball and run.
I'm getting at least 20 and 10.
Go.
Boy, and then I'm gonna hit you with a couple of assists.
Hey, brother, you better give me. It's either 15 or 10 footer. One way or the other, I'm taking the ball and I'm running.
Lord knew what he was doing when he didn't give me my brother height.
If I don't see nobody running, I'm running.
My brother is 6'9". The Lord knew not to give me baby be 6'9" because I'll be a menace. I would be a fucking menace in the NBA right now. I would be a menace because I'll be talking shit. I'll bring back the 80s. They'd have kicked me out the league. I'd have bring back the 80s style of shit. I've been knocking people on the ass. I would have cared. Like they say, nope, we're gonna make you 6'3".
My God, you put hands on him for real. You can't do that. Here's a fine.
Yeah, Lord knew to make me 6'3". Because he'd have made me 6'9". I'd have showed Ben Simmons how to play basketball.
I'm gonna take a page out my brother's book. Here's my checkbook, right? Where I gotta send this stuff at, cause I intend on paying. I'm gonna get y'all money's worth out these fines, cause I'm gonna get them. I'm accumulating.
If I'm gonna file you, you're gonna feel that shit.
It's gonna be
have everybody on load management.
Here's my first fine check. Here's my second sign. Here's my second fine check. Here's my third one. All of them. I'm gonna make it worth it. I already got it.
I'm going to need Zion to be. He got to stop getting hurt. He could be Shaq. You know who the Shaq of the league is? The Shaq of the league is Giannis. Nobody want to see that, but Giannis is Shaq. If Shaq played today, he would be Giannis.
If Shaq played today, he'd be killing it.
Yeah.
He would be Giannis. You see how Giannis get an easy 33 and like 15? Shaq would double that shit.
Man.
That's why I say all you need is
nobody would want to guard him.
All you need is a dominant big man to come out. The NBA will change.
I did not see this version of Giannis when Giannis first came in. When Giannis first came in, I'm like, "Ooh, he gonna be nice." But man, Giannis kind of morphed into like he's to me when somebody turns heel in wrestling for the first time and they just unstoppable. That's what Giannis is right now. Like this dude is just unstoppable. Like say, bro,
I'm ready to say,
no matter how much I throw at this dude, he ain't losing.
I'd rather turn my pick from a year ago when I said AD is a better player with the skill wise. Yeah, Giannis keep growing and AD keep getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's not even close no more. It was close. Look, it was close last year.
It was.
Now that shit is like
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I really thought because AD was so polished and refined, you're like, okay, he still got the potential because he's still young. Now with him getting hurt all the time, you're like, oh man.
And then it's just Giannis just saying, fuck it.
I fear
Giannis
every
is like,
time
fuck it, I'm gonna dunk on 3 people.
When AD goes up for a board, I lose. I'm telling you, I'm on pins and needles. I'm gasping. I'm like, say, bro, I'm hoping that you don't just beat up there. And the moment he grimps, he make this little grimace face, he be like, I'll be like, oh, that's 4 weeks. Be like, damn, bro. The only thing you did was for rebound, bro.
Did you hear what Reggie Miller said?
Yeah.
Reggie Miller said every time he winces, he's out for 3 weeks. Dude, I heard that shit live and I was just dying laughing. I was in tears. But it's true. But I'm like, because Giannis get the ball. Giannis having ball handling skills of a guard. Not a point guard, but maybe a shooting guard. He can move. He can cross you over. And he can dunk on you. If Giannis get a jump shot.
This dude took off on that.
If Giannis get a jump shot, he will be the most unguardable person in the history of the NBA.
So
Giannis might be the person who breaks LeBron's record.
What he needs to work on, what Giannis need, and he'll have a complete game, is his free throws. Once he gets that, that's it.
He needs to work. I'm saying if he work on his shooting, period. If he become a decent shooter, Giannis would be the greatest player to ever play the game. I don't care. You can say Jordan, you can say whatever. He would be the greatest player to ever play the game if Giannis get a jump shot. Because there would be no weaknesses in his game.
None.
Like he can rebound. He can play defense. He got post moves. He's intelligent. He would be the greatest player in the game if he get a jump shot. I don't want to hear about Jordan. Jordan could check Giannis if Giannis had a jump shot. Jordan could check Giannis now. I'm sorry.
Jordan. So glad you brought up Jordan. Can we just get rid of the debate of Bron or Jordan? Can we just somehow remove this, like from the face of the earth? Like
you can have multiple.
I get it that it comes. I get it that it comes with an error. Oh, we have a new comment from Ryan.
That's Ryan, my cousin. Ryan, put Ben Simmons in the 90s. He might have retired before.
And you know what? You can even switch up that name. If you put AD in the 90s, he probably would have retired after his rookie season too.
No, I got one better for you. AD would have been paralyzed in his fucking rookie season. Don't you understand? He got paralyzed. He'd been in traction.
Oh, cool as I, boy.
Man, AD out for the year because he's in traction. He broke his neck.
Exactly. He be one of those body casts.
You can have him. Give me Jokic. You don't think Giannis can give Jokic the business?
Man,
I'm sorry. I like Jokic, but Jokic is not on Giannis' level, bro. It's a different level.
But you get, because people gonna follow Giannis. The moment that you follow him and he start lacing them free throws, that's it. That's all he needs.
That run Giannis won when he won the title was the greatest run I have seen. Like, this dude was dropping 50 like it was nothing. He was just dropping 50.
Seriously, like. Oh, I say, bro, of course y'all gonna stop him, right? Y'all know the ball going to Giannis. They was not stopping that. They was not stopping it. And then at the end, he started making free throws because he kept going frequently. They was like, you know what? We just gonna do the hack of Giannis, and we gonna hope that he miss. And he wasn't missing no more. He like, say, bro, now he just got points.
When Jokic makes a conference final, then we could talk. Like real talk. Like I'm always hearing about Jokic. He getting bounced out the first or second round.
First or second.
I like Jokic, but I think it's a level between Jokic and Giannis. Like if you tell me first pick of the draft, Jokic and Giannis, I guarantee you, like 95% of the people picking Giannis.
Like, seriously. That might make a poll tonight.
It might have to make a poll, but I'm like, Giannis is just a different beast. He got that. I don't care. I don't care if it's 4 people under the goal.
Yeah, he got that out for him. He took that. He took that Kobe challenge to heart. Like when Kobe first wrote it, I'm like, "Are you sure, Giannis?" And I mean that the one and only time I ever doubted Kobe, because Kobe gave people that challenge.
He can do all the numbers, but do it translate. How many championships does Giannis have? I mean, not Giannis, I mean Jokic have. Jokic doesn't. That shit doesn't work in the postseason. That the little moves he do don't work in the postseason. I see Giannis take a team single-handedly to the fucking finals. Like he just say, you know what? Jump on my back. I'm dropping 50.
You haven't seen something like that since I want to say was that 2012 Dirk Nowitzki. And that dude, I mean, to this day, in my opinion, that was the greatest.
That was a great
run to a championship ever. Because look at all that dude had to do. That dude had to beat Kobe. Run. He had to beat a young AD and Russ. He had to beat a villain LeBron. Like, I mean, who else does that?
He didn't just beat LeBron, he sunned him. He made him his son during that series.
I'm like, bro, what is you on, Dirk? Hey,
but you gotta look at what Giannis run. He had to get through some tough people too, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
And the KD Nets, he was a toe away from losing, but in the time took over.
I mean, that dude took 48 minutes of KD just going off. Like KD did not come out the game.
Yes.
And Giannis he survived that.
Giannis had 50. Giannis still had 50. He dropped 50.
I'm saying, like,
but a lot of people talk about KD's game in that one because it was like a heroic shot. It was KD and a bunch of bums going against Giannis and them. But Giannis had a game of his life too. He had a game of his life too. It's like that was like one of the most dominant runs since Shaq. Shaq used to just dominate motherfuckers. And so that's what I mean. I'm like,
where do you think at this point in the season, now with all these trades and stuff, where does the championship come out of, the East or the West?
We got to see who comes out the West. But the East is easier to whittle down because it's either going to be out of Milwaukee or Boston. It's going to be Milwaukee or Boston in the finals.
I think it comes out the East because there's too many parts moving in the West. There's too many. There's too many parts moving in the West.
I say
no. The Lakers are going to get either in the play-in or they're going to maybe be 7th or 6th or something like that.
And they're not going to make it anymore in the playoffs.
They're not going to make it far in the playoffs.
Let me tell you, people are not even talking about the Bucks, and the Bucks were like on a 9-game win streak.
People aren't talking about the Bucks, and the thing about
it, dominating.
They should take notice. I mean, you don't have to talk about it, but at least they should capture attention a little bit because Boston has been playing ball. Like Boston, top to bottom, hands down the best team in the East.
Well, can anybody on Boston stop that beast in Milwaukee? That's the question.
Milwaukee came in. I'm not gonna say they was busted up, but I want to say there was at least 85% came up there and handled business on Boston. So you need to take notice.
Yeah, crazy. KD was a toe step away. That 3-point line is too long. I'm just saying. But in overtime, Giannis and Middleton took over because KD was gas. So, hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. And he took that and he went into the next round and dominated in the conference finals. He dominated. I think they played the Hawks. They dominated the Hawks. It was just
it was the Hawks.
It was the Hawks because the Hawks was making noise.
Domination. It was like, why are the Hawks here? It's like, why are you here?
Nah, it wasn't why they was here. The Hawks, they earned it. They earned it. But
no, when they got there, it was like, yeah, you got past.
Yeah, y'all just in the way. Y'all just
get the fuck out the way. Then he went to the Suns and he sunned DeAndre Ayton. He made DeAndre Ayton look like a bitch the whole series. That whole series, DeAndre Ayton got a tattoo on his back that say Giannis's bitch.
Yep. You might as well.
But there's not many teams out there that can handle him.
That's nobody.
You know what I'm saying? There's really not that many teams.
Dude, if this dude get a jump shot, if he get a jump shot, who's stopping this dude? Like, who's stopping him?
Nobody.
Yes. And he don't get hurt that much, though. The thing is, he don't get hurt that much. That's the funny thing. He don't get hurt that much. He got a wrist injury now, but I'm like, he rarely gets hurt. And if he got a jump shot, yeah. And if he get a jump shot, who's stopping Giannis? like
he definitely will be a lot harder to deal with.
Yeah, I'm like this. They better hope he never get a jump shot, because if you get a jump shot, the Bucks are going to be in the championship damn near every year. It's going to be a fucking Giannis Invitational. Like,
and he could turn around. I mean, I'm not going to talk about him beating this little LeBron record that he beat up this week.
Could. If he played 20 years, he could. If he played 20 years, he could. Because he's getting, Giannis don't get like no less than like 24 points. He can get to that record pretty easily because they're not playing defense like they used to back in the 70s and 80s. Think about that. Kareem got that record with no 3-pointers.
Like he said, like him and what's his name said from Dallas. They don't play defense here in the United States no more.
Oh no.
That's why, like coming up with the Olympics, it's not going to be as easy for the United States to win in the Olympics.
On what's everybody's top 5 teams? For sure, Milwaukee and Boston. No, that's 1 and 2.
Milwaukee, Boston, Denver.
I would say Milwaukee, Boston. You would have to say Steph and the boys out there, and
they've been losing lately, though. So.
They can't win outside of Golden State.
Yeah, they've been struggling a little bit.
I'm struggling with 4 and
Phoenix.
5. I know I got a top
Phoenix 3 because of that damn move. You gotta put fingers in yourself because that damn move. They just got the ultimate mercenary.
Yeah, you gotta see that move to work for them.
They haven't been healthy, so I'll put Phoenix as 5. I'll put Phoenix as 5.
Just off GP. Yeah. I look at it. They got a couple teams in the East that are tougher than the ones in the West. Like this, like head and shoulders, the best 2 teams in the NBA is Boston and Milwaukee. To me,
yes.
I would have to say that's 1 and 2.
I want to put Memphis up there, but I think Memphis get this reputation because they act like tough guys. Like they act like tough guys, but they're kind of up and down. Like, yeah, they was great for a minute. They had this 9-game stretch, but now outside of hearing, now that John and say, hey, now we the most hated. Now it's like people hate y'all. Like I was kind of enamored with y'all because y'all were winning. Y'all were being tough and y'all were winning. Now you put the bullseye on your back and you're not winning.
Those two are named in the Nuggets. Yeah, you can put the Grizzlies in there. And
Dallas.
Shaka can be the Shaka to me can either be the King. You can put the Kings in there. The Kings been balling, bro.
Yeah.
Like 5 can be the Suns, Kings. It's like 5 is weird. Depends on your preference.
Yeah, it would depend on your preference.
Yeah, 5 can be anybody.
Definitely.
I put the Suns there weapon in KD. Coming, gonna be right for playoff time. And you can just plug him in. He don't need to fit in with anybody. Look, all I need is my 20 shot, maybe 15, 20 shots. He gonna get 35 off of those. It's just because the Suns added the ultimate weapon. That's why I got them at 5 in my 5. You can put the Kings there. You can put, anybody else you want to put there. But yeah,
there's a lot. Like I said, the West isn't going to be so easy as it has been because any one of those teams.
I can't get mad at this list either. But Cleveland is pretty damn good too. I seen Cleveland up close. They made Jonas Valanciunas look like a bitch. He's a big 7 foot nothing. I'm sorry, the kid that he makes look like he look like a punk because he's a 7 foot nothing. Like I'm at the game, like you're taller than everybody on the court, and they just rebound and they can score. Like Cleveland gonna be a problem too.
I can't see the Nuggets over the Bucks though.
I don't see it either.
If that's his 5, like in sequence.
Yeah,
I can't see the Nuggets over the Bucks.
I think it's Boston and the Bucks are better than anybody. I hope they make the Eastern Conference Finals. I hope it's those two in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's gonna be a great finals. But Cleveland is a dark horse because Cleveland got some young guns on that team.
Young guns, and that team is big.
Yes, it's huge. That's the only team that can stop Giannis. Because they got 2 7-footers there. They can build a wall. That's the only one that could possibly slow him down. I ain't gonna say stop him. Slow him down.
And especially if Middleton is hurt. If Middleton, Middleton came back, but he hasn't been the same since he was hurt last year.
And then they got a score in Donovan Mitchell. Man, like I'm saying, they are stacked. Cleveland did it the right way. I just hope they don't go for this LeBron fever again and then get burnt for a third time when he decides to lead the Lakers. So that's what I'm on. Yes, that's a good list. I just don't see the Nuggets are better than anybody in the East. The Nuggets not better than them 2 in the East.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They built their teams like great, but that's still a good list though. I can't get mad at it though. I can't get mad though. That's a good order. I don't know about the order, but that's a good list because the East to me is slightly better than the West. That's just to me. Yeah, other people might have.
I think there's a traffic jam in the West right now. That's what it is.
We didn't even talk about the 76ers. The 76ers are 38-19.
The Sixers up there.
Yeah.
and so I was so glad we bringing up the East teams. I heard the report that Miami had a deal on the table and they couldn't reach Pat Riley because he was asleep.
Because Pat Riley went to sleep. For Kyle Lowry. They were going to move Kyle Lowry.
We're moving Kyle Lowry.
And the other team went somewhere else. Well, let's talk before we start talking about NBA All-Star Weekend. Let's talk about our favorite point guard, Pat Beverly. Man, Doc came with the receipts that he said he could bring the Lakers to the playoffs as constructed if they add him.
Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you said Western Conference Finals. That's even worse.
That dude said Western Conference Final. I said,
and then got traded for Mo Bamba. The dude who only known because his name was mentioned in.
Now, this is what I don't like about LA before we get to Pat Beverly. For some strange reason, LA can't stay out of Orlando yard for big men. Like, they always get an Orlando big man.
This ain't it.
Shaq.
This ain't Shaq.
You got
this ain't Shaq.
Dwight Howard. And now you got Mo Bamba. Like, why can't y'all just stay out of Orlando pocket? Like, just stay away from Orlando's big men.
I think Orlando got on.
Like, but back to Patrick Beverly. Like, this man.
Pat was getting coffee and found out he got traded.
Patrick Beverly said that we don't move nobody. We're going to the Western Conference Finals. We're going to the Western Conference Finals. That dude said the conference finals.
Yes.
That dude said
one game before the finals.
I never missed the playoffs. And if the playoffs started today, the Lakers would not be in it. If the playoffs started today, and the way that the trajectory that the Lakers are going, it didn't seem like they were going to make the playoffs. Now you get traded. You get traded to an Orlando team, that waived you.
Let's go and give people reference where the Lakers are. They're 13.
Yep.
Like,
they're not even.
I want to know what gives you the right to come out with all these takes. Like, we sit here, we give you a camera, we give you a platform. You sit here and run your mouth, talking about this, that, and the third. And now look at the trajectory of your career. You saying, Western Conference Finals, the Lakers are sitting 13 currently, or there was 12 when you got traded. Whatever the case was, they were not winning. You got sent to a team, and the team immediately waived you. And now you're talking about making another run with the Clippers. Like that dude just got a face that you just can't help but punch. Like, that dude just got a punchable face. Like,
punchable face.
Like, my guy. Like, what is these takes about? What are you talking about? What are you up in here? Yep. I busted Chris Paul up when I was in college. Like, okay, you talk about stuff that nobody ever seen. Now, when I got the lights on, what have you done to Chris Paul to warrant this talk? Like, cause you
mean besides pushing him in the back?
Man?
Besides pushing him in the back?
Hey, you want to be the tough guy all behind scenes, man? Like, what are you doing? Why are you even relevant?
I don't know why we brought him in. Honestly, he didn't do nothing.
It's funny because he was talking all that shit before the season started, and I was like, I'm waiting for him to get traded, and I'm going to dump on his ass. Just like that.
The people going.
It is provocative. Gets people going. That's what it is. I guess. Man, but he got traded for Mo Bamba. That means the Lakers thought Mo Bamba is better than Pat Beverly. That's what they fucking telling me. Mo Bamba, who sat on the bench, who was known for getting his ass whooped by Austin Rivers. You talk about Mo. We talk about that Mo Bamba, who was supposed to be the next coming. That was another one who was supposed to be the next coming. They thought Mo Bamba was going to be this, this unicorn, and all he was a polished turd, as Eric said earlier. It's a polished turd.
Yep.
So Pat Beverly, Mr. First Take, who think he all this, got traded for a polished turd. Oh man, I fucking love it. I love it. Yeah, and look, they have only won one game since they traded Westbrook. And that was against a depleted Pelicans team because the Pelicans are depleted right now.
We're not healthy at all. Like we just are not
But,
healthy.
but you notice all of these teams are buying these players out of their contracts. Like I heard that Westbrook is headed to the Clippers when he gets bought out of his contract.
But he's trying to work with Utah. So the Utah talks.
They bought him out already.
Oh, they already bought him out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Yeah, supposedly he's
I
headed
didn't even know
to
that because the way I heard it brought up to me was the coach and ownership said, "Hey, look, we don't have a role for you. We would love to have a veteran. We need the veteran presence for the locker room, but your role is not defined. You're not going to be a starter."
He's looking to find his next place.
And I mean, I don't really know how to work in the rotation for the second team. So what you want to do? Well, if I ain't starting and I ain't playing, then we're gonna have to figure this out.
But they bought him out already, and they had him linked to the Clippers, but then the Clippers got Pat Bev, so they probably not going to the Clippers. They wanted him with the Clippers because he got to get reunited with Paul George.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Westbrook did more than Pat Bev did in the Lakers. Why would you bring Pat Bev in? Because of his defense?
He has no defense.
If what you call what he does is defense.
That's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't you bring Westbrook that was actually putting numbers up?
Westbrook was good. It was not Russ' fault why the Lakers were a dumpster fire.
No, but he took the blame for it. You know what I'm saying? He was the scapegoat.
But they still say the Clippers might get Pat Bev and Russ Westbrook. They're gonna get the two fucking Lakers guards. And that's some shit.
That feet is flip flopping back and forward.
I thought they didn't like each other.
Yes, Ben Simmons does. Ben
but
Simmons
it's business, so you know.
But nobody wants it. They want. I can understand you bringing somebody in to play defense, but you also want them to contribute offensively, especially if they're pulling minutes off for your squad. And Ben Simmons ain't scoring nothing but 2 points, 3 points. I think the most he scored the other day was like 6. He's not even consistent. Pat Bev, every time I looked up at the stats, he had zeros across the board. But every time I saw Westbrook, 19 here, 17 there. That's what you want. You're trying to win a championship. I don't get it. I really don't.
Thanks.
It's just all what you like. All what you like. That's all I can tell you. It's all what you like. But
listen, you're in the Western Conference now. It's a log jam up in there. There's any team right now can turn around and take over because nobody's dominating in the West. So why wouldn't you bring? Huh?
I was just thinking the most head scratching trade was John Wall. But they got rid of John Wall and they traded back to the team he talked shit about.
Yeah, Houston, right?
He was immediately waived.
Houston.
I'm like, they got rid of John Wall and the Clippers could flip John Wall for Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev. That's a win. They're deeper. But I don't want Pat Bev on my team because he was trash.
Nope. I agree. I wouldn't want him on my team either. He didn't do shit.
I mean, that's
why shit.
That's why I kind of love this weekend. I love this weekend because that kind of I equate it to that scene in American Gangster. You see the who's who. Yeah, everybody's who's up front, and for All-Star, you get to see who's up front because they're gonna showcase their talent. You'd be like, okay, you gotta watch this guy on that team, and because obviously this team is a team to watch, with the exception of the Pelicans, because our guys can never stay healthy. But everything that happens afterwards, like everything that's after the All-Star break, like who gets hot, who's winning, who's not winning, sets up everything that you need to know for how to watch the playoffs. If you're not a fan of the sport like that, if you're just a casual fan, you don't really care until we get to the playoffs. Just watch the events or keep up with the events that happen, results that happen after All-Star break. Because we're talking about all these teams in the East, and they very much could have a team in the West. It could be a Denver, it could be a Clippers team, it could be a Sacramento team, it could be, the Mavericks coming up. The Suns could get it together and perhaps make this run right now. We don't know. But I know nothing happens until KD is healthy and he's a part of that lineup. Because you already missed Booker. You missed Booker for pretty much majority of the season. And, at some point they were there. They was top 3. And then they just started dropping off. And I'm like, okay, where's Booker? I didn't even know the dude was hurt until I heard that he came back. I was like, oh, of course you would come back because you're playing us and we're hurt.
Right.
So, I mean, I love it. I love enjoying the aspect of All-Star. I like the skills challenge. I like Friday night with the Rising Stars that I'm missing. I like the fact
that's why I take it.
I used to be able to tape it, but I like I said, I don't make 6 figures like that. I can't afford.
No, we just got Hulu. I
DVR.
got Hulu Live Sports. Let's keep it in cable. That's why.
You on to something on that. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna find out what happened.
I just stream. I stream. I'm like, man,
on my streaming networks. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna go to Twitter. I mean, I finally made a Twitter, and the first time in forever, I might as well use it for purposes of that.
But I ain't got a front. I've been watching it.
Yeah, he been watching it. He's
right on the other side of the camera.
See, man, where I shoot my thing, I got a projector. So me trying to watch it through here would be weird as fuck. To see them running back and forth behind my head and shit. And I'm trying to watch it like that. So I said I'm just gonna watch it at a later time. But I just want to, for All-Star Saturday night, since we're not gonna be here All-Star Saturday night, I'm gonna have an interesting weekend. I'm gonna be in between, the Elimination Chamber and All-Star Saturday night.
Oh man, the Elimination
I have to watch one on the phone, one on the screen. Like, why are you doing this to me, WWE?
So
why, goddammit?
Yes.
Honestly,
on Saturday night,
I would only watch the slam dunk contest and the 3-point contest, so I could catch the highlights on that, on YouTube or something like that. I'll stick with Elimination Chamber just to see what's going to go down with all of those matches there. You know what I'm saying? Like All-Star Game back in the day was so much better than it is. All-Star Weekend to me was a lot better back in the day than they made it now.
Let me see if we can get y'all picks on some of them though. You got the skills challenge. You got the Antetokounmpo brothers. You got Giannis, Thanos, and Alex. And then you got Team Jazz.
Right? They doing it with teams.
Yeah, then you got the Team Jazz with Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton. And then you got the rookies, Banchero, Ivy, and Smith.
So I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the home team for the skills challenge. I mean, I like the Antetokounmpo brothers, but I think what's his face? Giannis, the one with the T. He kind of slows them up. The older one slows them down.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
You know where I'm going. I gotta go with the Piston. The Piston is on the Rooks. I'm going with the Rooks. I gotta go with my team. Man, look, Jaden Ivey, Banchero, and Smith. Hey, if Jaden Ivey got to be the fastest, he's the fastest one that's going to be on the damn court. He's like Russell Westbrook with the ball. He's the fastest one on the court. So according to the Pistons. So I got to go with the rookies. I think the rookies with the upset. I was going to go Antetokounmpo, but Thanos can't shoot.
You picked one squad and you picked the other squad. I'll go with Giannis and his brothers.
Hey, let's go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you pick Antetokounmpo's or Thanasis or whatever his name is can't shoot. That's the only reason why I didn't go with him. Because he can't fucking
like we all three like him. Like we do. Like with the older brother, he just
You damn right I'm being a homer. It ain't many times I get to see my Pistons on All-Star Saturday night. So you damn right I'm going with one. Shit. We ain't been on there in a while. We ain't been on there since Andre Drummond got embarrassed in the dunk contest with fucking well, we had the greatest fucking slam dunk contest. People don't realize Andre Drummond was in that dunk contest when Aaron Gordon got robbed when he went up against Zach LaVine. Justice for Aaron Gordon. I mean, come on. We got a 3-point contest brought to you by Story. What the fuck is Story? Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Huerter. I already know where Doc's going with Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, Julius Randle, and Jason Tatum. I don't know why the fuck is Julius Randle in this fucking contest.
And that's who I'm going for. I'm going homies this time. I'm going with my Knicks.
Go for it. Go for it. You gotta go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Julius Randle. Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if he makes it to the finals, and I'm gonna be next week. Like yeah.
This man win too. My God.
I'm gonna be in tears if he win.
In this field, bro.
And he win this fucking shit. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
If that dude win this, you got to give Hater his own segment. Seriously,
yes. I ain't gonna let him go off.
Like you gotta give him a graphic and everything. I promise it's gonna be epic.
Yes, I'm gonna have to do that. That Hater's Corner gonna come in there. He gonna get to go ahead on, and he can pick. he can say Julius Randle. I told you about Julius Randle.
I want my own music.
Yes, your own music. You're giving your own music. Put a picture of him smiling the whole time. This whole music.
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna give B-roll of him on the podcast going off. We're gonna do it big. I'm going with Buddy Hield. I'm gonna go with Buddy Hield.
And you're gonna go with
Damian.
That's a good pick.
He's going with Damian Lillard. I already know. Doc likes Damian Lillard. That's why he started tapping his wrist.
Hey, I'm about to go run and get the jersey right now. If you want me to, I'm gonna bust it easy. Turn this Portland jersey.
I really want to see this though. If Julius Randle win, man,
yes, if he win in this field, man.
If Julius wins, Mo will be messaging us next week. We can't have I got busy. I'm busy this Friday. Can we do this on another day?
No, I'm gonna let you go off. I'm gonna let you go off if Julius Randle win this one. I'm gonna take off, man.
Like some kind of god doggone Jesus.
And the slam dunk contest, which really should be first, because these is a garbage ass field. We got Kenyon Martin from the Houston Rockets. Mac McClung, he ain't even played for the 76ers all year. All of a sudden, they get his motherfucking 76ers jersey. Trey Murphy and Jericho Sims from the Knicks. Will he go for a homer? Sir. Will we have two homer picks?
Third, sir.
You said Trey Murphy. So we got one homer pick. Will we get a second homer pick? Come on, you got to go for the Knicks. Come on, Jay. You got to pick a Knick person, Jay. You got to pick a Knick person.
Listen, I'm mad that Jalen Brunson didn't get chosen for the All-Star team, so I'm going to go with the Knick on the slam dunk contest as well.
And you know what? I see Jericho Sims jump. I'm going with the Knick player, too. I'm going with Jericho Sims. I see this dude jump off the fucking gym. He don't do nothing else but dunk. That's all he does. He don't play games. He don't do shit else. Your hamstrings are right. Trey Murphy playing games. So he's tired and shit. It was either out of Trey Murphy or Jericho Sims. This guy, Jericho Sims, don't do shit but dunk. That's all he does is dunk. He don't do shit else. He don't get in the games. He don't do anything else. He's like Mac McClung. Now watch it be Mac McClung win this shit. Watch. Watch. Anthony, who you going with? But Carl Anthony Towns can shoot. We don't know Julius Randle for shooting threes, bro. Like we don't really know him for shooting threes.
He scores though.
He scores.
He can score.
I don't know him for shooting threes. I think Jerry Sims gonna win it. But I could be a hater and just go, you know what? I'm gonna give me the white guy. I'm gonna change my pick. Give me the white guy. I'm gonna go with Matt McClung just to be different. Give me the white guy.
For the slam dunk contest?
Hey, Brent Better won it. Give me the white guy. Just give me the white guy. I don't care. I just want to be different. Look, I know Jericho Sims probably gonna win it, but just give me the white guy. just to make parody here, to make it interesting. Oh man!
Controversy.
There you go. Who knows, man? He gonna Billy hold that thing. he gonna dunk it. Give me the white guy. Give me that. He gonna Billy hold it, man. And we can't pick for the All-Star game because hell, we don't know the teams. So
yeah.
You can pick.
You don't know. I mean,
You
you
could
could be like, hey, so Team LeBron has won them all, and just say Team LeBron just because, and ride with it. But you don't know. You just don't know.
I'm gonna ride with who is it? Team Giannis.
Team Giannis.
I'm going with Giannis just because it's Giannis. I've been bigging up Giannis
with them. I ride with them because I ride for the East.
I'll put it this way. I've been bigging up Giannis this whole show. So I got to go with Giannis. Fuck it. Fuck LeBron. I'm going with Giannis. That's what it is. Giannis overcomes it. Man. Oh, man. This is a funny show. I got one more thing I want to talk about. And I say this for
I might have something to bring up too. Just something that came across my screen earlier today. If you want to go first.
Yeah. I'm gonna save yours for last. I want to talk about this New Mexico State University shit. They canceled their whole season because people want to haze people in a sexual assault type of way. A player got sexually assaulted by other players in a locker room, in hotel rooms. They want to play grab ass. Basically slapping somebody on the ass and forcing them down and grabbing their ass, basically, and other things. So, yeah, New Mexico State University basketball team has gotten canceled. It's canceled. They canceled their whole season.
I saw that, but I didn't really get into that. I didn't get into
grab ass. Jay, they played grab ass. That's what happened. Dude on dude. We're talking about dudes doing this to another dude. Not dudes doing this to another female or a female coach or even a female coach doing this to a dude. This is dude on dude.
I mean, we in a different age where stuff like that is not as frowned upon as well. I'm not saying like the act. I'm just saying if that's your preference, like
but the dude didn't like it, so that wasn't his preference,
right? I get that. Like, but where I was going with it was, I mean, if that's your thing, it's not frowned upon. If that's your thing, like you're a dude that likes the dude. Like people do that now. Like
you can go grab somebody ass. Hey,
right. Somebody, that won't jeopardize, because we had this talk, I want to say last year. Matter of fact, when we opened the show and we had the New York versus New York, take on here. We was talking about guys that have these opportunities or get these, these scholarships or whatever monies
Anthony, I
for
wish
you
it
to be a
was.
part of these
It's not an
programs.
all boys school. It's not an all boys school. No, it's not an all boys school.
Like, what would make you jeopardize, ruining somebody's livelihood? Like, okay, look, this might be the highlight of my life, me being on this team or me getting this money to go to school so I can get this degree. One, I can get exposure. So let's say, I don't know, let's just say I'm majoring in basket weaving and I happen to play ball and I know how to I could get a job out here in basket weaving because guess what? They see me in a tournament, they see me on campus. I've been out here. I'm a part of this organization. They're out here doing stuff in the community. Like, don't force yourself on people, folks. Like, that's just the bottom line of it all. Like, it's just not going. It's never going to work in your favor. It is in the history of college sports. I've never seen where somebody got away with it. Like,
No.
you sit here, you can look at the school down here, LSU. You can look at LSU. He had to get rid of a coach for that. Like, you want to go even further back?
And they ran a train. They ran a train. It was consensual. This was non-consensual.
All of that. That's what I'm saying. They had to run that guy out of here, and
it was consensual. LSU was different. It was consensual. It was wrong, but it was consensual.
Still different. Wrong.
It's different. Hey, look, wrong. It was wrong because it was a subordinate and insubordinate. It was a subordinate and a boss, whatever how you want to put it. Different because it was consensual. This here, man, look, it was some smoke in the city, bro. As soon as it was 3-on-1. It was 3 dudes who held the dude down. If I would have got up, somebody was dying in that hotel room.
Somebody going down.
Somebody was dying in that hotel room.
You got to go.
All 3 of them gonna die in the hotel room. Somebody was gonna die. In the locker room too, I'd have quit the team. I'm like, look, dude, I can't be around all this. I'm out. I'm transferring. I'm out. That's why I draw the line. I'm out.
I just can't. I have to say that it had to be more than one time. It had to be more. It couldn't have been just the one time.
More than one time, Jay. It was more
than one time. It had to be more than one time that they did this to either the same person or multiple people on the team. If it was the same person, it had to be more than one time.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
Wouldn't you suspend the 3 dudes and not cancel the whole season?
It must be deeper than that, man. Why they cut the whole season? That means somebody else knew what was going on and looked the other way. Mario Paulo was a coach, but they said the coach is on paid leave. He came there. It's a criminal act now because they forcefully held the guy down while he was getting his ass papped. They said he did this touched. I think more than that happened. For you to cancel the season, it ain't this grab ass.
Nah, they had to do some Amadou Diallo type shit. They probably tried to penetrate him.
Something. They did something. That Major said, dude said it was enough. And it's like they said, I was reading the story. They trapped the guy in the locker room when the coaches was gone. 3 dudes trapped this one guy down in the locker room and did it. And then on the roads, they would, barricade him in the hotel room and do the same shit. And I'm like, First of all, they tried it once. I went on the road with a weapon. There was some stabbed up motherfuckers in there or shot up motherfuckers in that room. So they came in that room, I was unloaded in that motherfucker. I'd have let the whole clip go. Don't you understand? The whole clip would have been gone. Mo, why you did it? These motherfuckers trying to get my manhood.
Man, look. Hey, it's either them or me, coach.
Coach, I'm like, I'm sorry, coach. I had to shoot the motherfucker in the kneecaps, coach.
Already in the back of the squad car. It's still cuffed.
Call Rowe. I'm like, call Rowe. These motherfuckers try to touch my ass. That's how I've been in the car.
Boys on the team stuck their finger in his booty.
I don't even laugh, but that's a fucked up. Oh man,
I
it's not
couldn't.
funny, but it's just fucked up. Like,
Yes.
bro, there's like Eric said, it's okay. There's sections of towns that don't mind you grabbing the ass. Like you a male that like to grab on the male's ass. There's sections of towns you can grab as many asses as
part
you
of the
want.
town where hey, you can get your jollies from whomever.
Yes. Or hire
Girl,
a prostitute.
boy, both.
Hire you a prostitute and
matter.
grab their ass. Why? This has to be the dumbest way to get your season canceled. You know what? Yeah, New Mexico State got a chance of making the NCAA tournament this year. Or the season canceled. Why? Because 3 players want to play grab ass.
Yep.
I tell you what, those kids, if they're on scholarship, lose their scholarship.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to jail, bro. They're going to jail. This is a different time. No, they're going to jail. They think
Yeah.
I don't know. They just said they grabbed his buttocks. That's all they were saying. They grabbed his buttocks.
I can't see them suspending him for grabbing his ass. They had to have tried to penetrate him.
Them boys,
nowadays is Me Too.
Caught
You can't do
hazing,
nothing.
and that's
Nowadays is Me Too. You can't touch nothing.
They got caught hazing. Yeah, boy.
Hey, they're gonna say hazing. They had to try to do something else because they bringing the cops in for that. They look. If that happened to me, I wouldn't want to admit what happened to me either. Like, real talk. Like
that's what I'm saying. It must have happened more than once. It had to have happened more than once, and he got to the point where he got sick of it and said something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, like you said, if you listen, back in the day when you did a good job playing any type of ball, they used to smack you in the ass. That's why I said it couldn't be just an ass smack. It had to be.
It was 3 people holding the man down, and the other 2 was holding the man down. The other one was grabbing the ass and probably sticking his finger in his ass or some shit. I don't know. They didn't go into great detail. It just said it was some kind of touching of the buttocks.
Listen, they would have to let me go, and they better fucking run. You know what I'm saying? It would have been on and popping. I'd have been standing outside of one of the rooms. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been standing outside of the hotel room, and when they came out for practice, I'm smacking one in the face with a stick or something.
Let me tell you how serious I am. I'm gonna tell you how serious I am. There was a patient where I worked at. He was trying to get under my skin, and he joked, "Yeah, I'm gonna rape you." Boy, I jumped over a fucking, you know how the door have a partition in it? You can open the top half. I jumped over the door, and I said, "Bitch, what?" Now, when I was swinging my arms about to knock this bitch out, they had to hold me back. Like, you don't even play with me like that. That's how I feel. Like, you can't even play like that. Like, certain shit you can't play with. Like, you not about to hold me down. First of all, the first dude tried to grab me, he dead. I'm snapping that motherfucker neck. Like that. John Wick style. Snapping his fucking neck. I am not playing like that. You're not.
Why did the motherfucker let him into, like, if he got caught in a hotel room, why you let that dude in the room? Or let them dudes in your room?
Or if that was their roommate, you know, you never know how they set it up. That might have been his roommate. You know how they room you up with somebody, and he let he might have let the 2 motherfuckers do. We don't know how it happened or why it happened, but we just need to know it didn't need to happen. That's some fucked up shit. That's fucked up. No, somebody got to die. This is what you don't understand. It's got to have a gunfight after that. Somebody has to die if you touch my ass. I'm sorry. No, we good. we good on that. There's a line that needs to be crossed as men. I'm saying, men, there's a line. Now look, I don't care who you are, baby, wife, daddy, boy, nobody touching my ass. Nope. Man, look, I'd be tackling, I'd be grabbing the rope when I'd be walking by, she slapped me on the ass. Wait, hold up. No. No. We're not doing this.
We do not do that here.
We don't do that here. No. I do that to you. I can pat you all you want. No. You're not doing that to me. No. And she laughed. Thinks it's funny, but it's my wife. Another man talking about some, he grabbed me. Man, hell no.
That's crazy to me. It's
that's
really
diabolical shit there. Man, that's not even diabolical. You gonna use my man nickname in this, man. That ain't no diabolical shit. That's just some nasty ass shit right there, man.
That's some fucked up shit. That's some. That's something you just do.
Look, you don't have to have a list. Motherfuckers not leaving the room. That's what you don't understand. They're not leaving.
They gotta let me go. And you think you
gotta let me go.
You gotta let me go unless you knocked me out. And if you knocked me out, and if you knocked me out, I'm catching you as you walking out of the dorm. I'm catching you right in practice. Soon as they check the ball, all right, 5-on-5. I'm running up to the first person that hit me or touched me, and I'm bashing them running in front of everybody. I'm knocking them out.
Look, I would wait. You know, I'm even more diabolical. I'll wait for that motherfucker to go up for a dunk, and I'm gonna Batista bomb that bitch. I'm gonna pick that bitch up in there, bam, Batista bomb right there on the fucking floor.
Yep.
Bo, why you did that? He know why I did it.
Oh, he go up for a dunk, and I'm punching him straight in his sack as hard as I could. He's going up like this, and I'm just as hard as I could. Yeah, now you want to touch something? Go touch these nuts. Hell no, I couldn't.
I was like, wait, what? Because when I saw the whole team got suspended, right? I'm thinking, oh no, we got another train situation. I'm thinking, damn, this shit get out of control. I'm like, where was these people when I was in college? But I'm like, damn, this shit get out of control. Then I read it. Then I'm like, oh shit. It's dudes hazing people, thinking that shit cool. Hold up, man. That shit is never cool to take another man's manhood. So all you little gay motherfuckers out there who think that shit is fucking cool, you're gonna go up against the wrong motherfucker and they go beat your ass. I'm telling you.
I agree.
All that grab ass shit, I never played that. I never played that. Good job. Hit me on my ass shit, bro. Somebody did that shit to me in a basketball game and I two-pieced his ass. Two-piece my own fucking teammate. Two-pieced him. Don't touch my ass, nigga. What's wrong with you? Go sit down. We ain't doing that. It was 8th grade. I remember it. Dude said, yeah, good job. I went two-piece. I got a technical for punching my own teammate.
Nah, bro. Nah, brother.
Two-piece and you held the biscuit?
No, you know, I was too young to get a biscuit. You gave a two-piece. Quick. Like, hold on, man. Look, when you get older, you give him the biscuit. Man, no, we ain't playing that. No.
Nah, you're right. I couldn't mess with that either.
Oh, you go for a dunk, I'll push you on the floor. See? Good no call. I'm just saying, listen. It's certain things men go tolerate. And that's not one of them. I'm not tolerating that shit.
Hell no.
I'm not even tolerating you joking about that shit. Saying you're going to do it to me. No, you get a two-piece biscuit and a drink now. I'm old now. You get a two-piece, a biscuit, and a drink. You get a whole meal. I'll give you the whole meal. That's what it is. And I'm giving you one. I ain't gonna give you a Popeye's biscuit. I'm gonna give you one of the church's honey biscuits. Cause you're gonna go to sleep after I hit you with the bitches. Tell them you're going to sleep.
And if they smack you hard enough, you have to give them some peach cobbler.
Nah, I'm giving their ass a Popeye biscuit, no honey. Straight up. You gotta die. Straight up. Man, but that shit fucked me up. I was like, oh shit. Well, the college is tripping now. Like, you see this shit more and more in college. Like, you motherfuckers need some role models in college. I need a role model. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to kill him. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to kill him. That's why I said I'm giving the church's biscuit. You give them the church's biscuit, they're gonna go to sleep. They're gonna realize that do it again. Now they do it again, they get the Popeyes biscuit.
Yeah.
Or they get the herb, look like they about to do it again. Then you get the Popeyes biscuit. The church's biscuit is just a warning shot. What you had to talk about, Jay. I should have probably saved this for last. I didn't mean to shock you.
I just want to know your take. Something that came over the sports ticker earlier. They hired Karl Malone to judge the slam dunk contest. Now, there's a lot of controversy because when he was 20 years old, he got a 13-year-old or something like that pregnant.
Yeah.
And the dude, the kid ended up playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
Whoever this kid is, I didn't get to really get into it. It was some I saw right when we were coming on. What is your take on that? Like, should there be some type of backlash because, 17, I think, was the consenting age.
Demetrius Bell. His son was named Demetrius Bell.
He played, I think, for the Ravens and somebody else. I think I saw really cool.
Ravens and Bills. He played for. Yeah. This came out. Years ago. This came out years ago, but it was at a different time. People didn't pay attention to it. Now, woke culture, as they say, shit the forefront now.
Mm-hmm.
It been out. I been stopped fucking with Karl Malone when I first heard that. You talk about R. Kelly. Karl Malone did it first. And he did it multiple times. It ain't just one. He did it multiple times. He liked
Damn. Right as we were talking about Karl Malone, they show him on the TV screen taking pictures on All-Star Weekend. I don't know.
I talked to Ro about this, because Ro found it out. I'm like, it's utterly disgusting. A 20-year-old with a 13-year-old. They just hit puberty, probably. Some people hit puberty later than others. So we can say around puberty age. They just became a teenager.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old. So put it this way, Eric, you got daughters, right?
I have a daughter.
What would you do a 20-year-old if they mess with your 13-year-old?
See, that's exactly why it messes with me in a different way. For the mere fact that I do have a daughter. The fact that I have a daughter and there's some idiot, whatever, and come mess with her while she's still in my care. I got a phrase that I like to use with my children. I will go to jail behind you. I will not go to jail for you. And I mean that. Like, if it comes down to it, dude, I'm gonna turn myself in. Like, I'm gonna just tell you, like, I'm not in for the on out drawing. You got to do the investigation. I'm guilty I'm guilty, dog, because that's my child. Like, I don't know what goes on in these people's minds and be like, you know what? I think I can't get away with it. What goes on in your mind like that? Like, anytime I'm thinking about doing something, it's breaking the law, but it's speeding. I'm saying speeding. Like, anytime I'm thinking about, you know what? I think I want to slow down. I'm thinking about the longevity of my children, because my children need me. I mean, they're not self-sufficient. I mean, even the one that is legal age right now, he's freshly legal age. He still needs parents,
Yeah.
So if I'm down the highway or whatever, let's say, it's raining outside and whatnot, and I see people flying, I'm like, man. And on the inside, I'm like, say, bro, I can't just let you just pass me up, man. Like, I'm gonna drive reckless too. But then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I got kids. I don't know what goes on in the mind of an individual and says, I'm
But
gonna
it was
mess
the
with kids in
parents.
that way. You know,
It was the
like
parents that upset me in this case. They didn't want to ruin Karl Malone's draft prospects. That's what they did. That's why they didn't press charges on Karl
boy,
Malone.
if all that what they talking about.
That's why Karl Malone didn't go to jail. The parents did not want to press charges.
Man,
They
if
had to
all
lace their
Karl
pockets.
Malone
you talking
paid them
about,
off. He paid them off. That's
man.
that's and I'm
Listen,
like this as a like I said, if a 20-year-old hit on my 13-year-old son, I'm like, man, well, get your old ass out of here. I would tell her, get your old ass out of here. Like, man, come on. Because I know why you're doing it. You're trying to manipulate somebody younger than you. You don't go with nobody 13 and you're in your 20s.
I mean,
What do y'all have to
it's
talk
so
about?
easy to do.
Y'all not
It is
even in
just
the same
easy to
generation,
do.
bro. Y'all don't have the same likes. They just get into high school. They're not even in high school. That is an 8th grader.
But
yeah,
you know,
that's
you
That's
got
an 8th grader.
it's a tale as old as time. You know, you got people that like that I don't know if it's a trait or if it's just a characteristic. The people that just like older people is, you know, men that like older women. There's women that like older men. It's just something that just goes off. That's something that
That's
they're
fine
attracted
when
to.
you're 18, though, Eric. That's fine when you're 18.
I
When you're
get that.
18,
I get that. I'm
love
just
who you
saying
love.
it exists out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Love
But
who you love when you're 18. When you're in
when
my house,
when
you better
you
date somebody your age.
not even when you're
Like,
18, even when you're 18, your mind still isn't fully developed yet. You
but you
still
can't
don't
tell them
even
nothing.
know.
You know, it's not illegal then. So you can't really
It's
say
not.
it.
But
You
I'm
really
just
can't say
saying.
it.
I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
let's just say, for instance, with the whole situation, and we're gonna get back on sports. But
Yeah.
look at Marcus Houston. He's what 12, 13 years older than his wife.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's sick.
dude, they're not even fully formed yet.
And the thing is, he knew her when she was underage. That's what makes it sick.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
he.
that means you groomed her.
Yep,
So
you
that means you
groomed
groomed
her.
her. You
Yep.
groomed her. That's what that means. Like, people don't understand what grooming means. Grooming don't mean you get it right away. I'm going to groom you to me, to be attached to me, so you would never let go of me. I'm going to get you at a young age and groom you. That's why where I work, we can't give special favors because it's called grooming. Because, you know, work in the mental health hospital. It's called grooming. If you give special favors to somebody, even if they're of age, you're still grooming somebody who has a mental disability. Can't give special privileges because it can be looked at as grooming. You're grooming somebody to be attached to you.
I have a daughter, and I'll tell you right now, I look good in orange. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind putting on an orange jumpsuit if a 20-year-old, I mean, she's 21 now herself, but at 20 years old, tries to manipulate my 13-year-old daughter. I don't care. I don't care how much money you offer me.
That's a wrap.
Nah, you gonna die. First of all, Karl Malone would have never made the NBA because he'd have had a bullet in his ass.
You out of here.
Look, I don't care if this get me banned or whatever. He would have had a bullet in his ass. Mess with my 13-year-old daughter.
Send that brother
Either
upstairs.
that or
I'd have been like
in a
the NBA.
wheelchair. He would be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
No, Jay. He would be dead. He would not make it. He would not make it to the wheelchair
or to the basement. That depends on you and your maker.
Look, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the Lord sort it out. That's what it is. I'm gonna get my vengeance, and the Lord gonna sort it out. If He wants you to live, either you're gonna be either you're gonna be paralyzed from the neck down, or you're gonna be in the morgue. That's the only two be best for my 13-year-old. I'm like this. That is a sophomore knowledge messing with an 8th grader.
Yes.
Now tell me, where do they have anything in common? I can't be around anybody that's 6 years younger than me because it's like I feel like they're stupid. Like real talk. You being around them, and it's just like you can't relate. You're like, this shit's stupid. like what the fuck? Like I would not hang around 20-year-old me, and I couldn't hang around the younger me. I'd be like, this motherfucker stupid. I can't hang around this motherfucker. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't. This dude is too fucking wild. I can't hang with the 20-year-old me. So imagine me at 20 trying to mess with somebody 13. That's fucking stupid. That's 7 years. Take your age now and add 7 to it. That's how old you would be. Fuck. I'll be fucking 45. That's the difference in 45-year-old me would want to hang with 38-year-old me. It won't work. It won't work. And
I mean, I think it's all has to do with intelligence, because I know that I'm older than both you and Doc.
Yeah.
And we don't, you know what I'm saying? We get along, we have intelligent conversations. You know, I just think it has to do with intelligence.
Yeah,
now,
I'm just saying, like, make a point of like, we wouldn't be in the same, like, in 45, it would be probably even more laid back and chill. So it's like, I wouldn't want to go to these wild places. Like, I'll put it this way. I'm not even wild now. I'm just saying, like, when I mean I wouldn't hang with 20-year-old me, I would not be going to these damn clubs I used to go to. I would not be going in some of the places I've been to. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so when it comes to,
it's a different mindset.
Sex, when it comes to the opposite sex, you know, kind of like look back into, you know, a history of sports. Ben Roethlisberger, you done made it through college. You done got where you are. You done hit the highest pinnacle of professional sports. You got you this nice big ring where not many people could say they got it. You know, you got 51 other men that got this in ring at the time. You won't go to a college campus where somebody who's freshly out of high school sit here and flash this thing and don't think nobody's gonna sit there and be like, ooh. They never seen it before. Of course, they're gonna. It's like you kind of manipulating the game. Like it's not giving much chase whatsoever. It's just like shooting fish in a barrel. Yeah. And he was at a mind state where he was shooting fish in a barrel. Like, come on, bro. Like, you done lived the whole life. You know, a year out of a year in college. So you got some life expertise and somebody who's just getting to middle school. Somebody who's just getting to middle school.
That's like Karl Malone. That's not. Karl Malone was like a big star in wrestling. And as me and Eric know, wrestling is a small town. Small. Yeah. Very small. So Karl Malone is the man out there. And that means that man went to fucking middle school and got an 8th grader. And fucked her. Let's be real. That's what he did. And we demonize R. Kelly, right? Yep. Same fucking shit. That's the same fucking shit R. Kelly did with Aaliyah. Same shit. Thing. So why is this man in the NBA All-Star? I don't care if he's a legend. Hell, OJ's a legend too, but you don't see him on the front of, you don't see him in the fucking Super Bowl.
You don't see him in Buffalo.
You're right.
Buffalo's Ring of Honor. I
mean, this shit is common knowledge. This shit has been out that Karl Malone was a pedophile, and he tried to fuck Kobe's wife while they was on the same team. He been a predator.
And my thing is didn't she know the type of man that he was or is? Because I'm sorry, once a pedophile, always a pedophile. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There ain't no amount of therapy. You can go to therapy all you want, but you're always going to have those urges. But now the NBA, because he's top 75, he's number 4 on the scoring list. and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
They bring him in for what?
Number 3. He's number 3. He's number 3 on the scoring list. It's him.
I think Jordan's 4.
No, Jordan is 5.
Jordan
Wilt is 4. No, Jordan is 5. Wilt is 4. I believe. I know Kareem broke Wilt's record. I know Jordan needs the 5 or 4, and I know Kareem is 2nd. Carl is 3rd. Because Carl was 2nd for all.
I don't understand why the NBA they went through a time where everything was bad for them, and then now you're starting to build things back up again where people are actually at 13 years old, bro. Back when this happened, she wasn't in it for the money.
Nah, bro, she's 13.
Boy, do you think about it? 13 years old when he was 20 was like what, 30 years ago?
Yeah,
30 plus years ago. Back then, it wasn't like that. Believe me, it wasn't like that.
The parents was in it for the money. Didn't turn him in. The parents. You can't put blame on a 13-year-old. Would you let your 13-year-old pay your bills in the house? No fucking bills will never get fucking paid if you give your money to a 13-year-old. They don't know shit. They dumb as a box of rocks. They might be book smart, but they dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to street sports. They are dumb as a box of rocks because you don't know nothing.
They fall for the
13-year-old. They don't know shit. They think they know shit. Everybody was 13. Everybody thought they knew shit. We didn't know shit. That's what it was. They dumb as a box of rocks at that age. And you get a person who's slick enough, they can manipulate that person. And now you got that 13-year-old pregnant. So now there's a kid. And then he denied the kid for so long because he know he can go to jail for it. So he could not even take care of his own kid because if he say, yeah, that's my kid, he's going to jail. The state can pick up the charges.
I definitely want to know if he paid. They
didn't do a DNA test until the statute of limitations ran out.
And on something like that, there should be no statute of limitations. If you rape somebody 20 years ago, or even if you have sex with somebody that's underage 20, 30 years ago, you should have to pay for that shit. The proof is there. There's a child that has his DNA. He might not have his last name, but he still has his DNA. You shouldn't have to.
The statute of limitations was about to run out on Cosby. And that's how they rushed up and got him. Because the statute of limitations was about to run out. Rape has a statute of limitation to it. That's just the real.
I can understand regular rape. I can understand regular rape having some type of statute. But she was a young 13-year-old child that probably didn't know how to really wipe her ass the right way, was still having shitty drawers. And he went and had a child with her. You said, he manipulated her. He groomed her to the point that she said, okay, she either agreed to it or however it happened. But he still took advantage of a child. There should be no statute of limitations on that shit. And the NBA made themselves look bad by having him there.
Front and center. He should not be front and center. Nope. I know he's a Utah Jazz legend, and you can't talk about the Utah Jazz without Karl Malone, but he should not be front and center on shit.
He should be nothing. He shouldn't even be on the top, even though he has the numbers or whatever. He should be disqualified from even being in the top 75 players ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Louisiana Tech, his college. Shame on his college. He knew. Shame on his coaches. Shame on them parents. They let their daughter down. Shame on the justice system of Louisiana. Y'all let their girl down.
Shame on his own fucking parents.
Yes, all of them. Shame on his parents. Shame on everybody who knew what he did to that young 13-year-old girl. That's what she was, a girl. And if you're attracted to a 13-year-old girl and you're a man, you are fucking sick.
Yep.
There's nothing about a 13-year-old is remotely attractive to me. It's a fucking child.
You could say, you could say if she got dressed up for church, oh, she looks good today. But not in that way. When he was giving, he was like, complimenting her.
Young girl. She's beautiful. Yeah, that's fine. But to say I'm going to make a pass at a 13-year-old girl, that is fucking sick. That's sick. And anybody who thinks that's okay, you're fucking sick. And don't say it in my presence because I might punch you in the face. Like real talk.
Right.
You can't be with pedophiles. I didn't like when I was graduating high school. Fucking sophomore tried to get at me. I said, "Nah, baby, you too young, baby. I'm about to get out of it. I'm about to get me some college women. You too young, baby. Go sit down. Go sit." And this is me at 17. With the age gap is smaller. Nah, baby, you too young, baby. Go sit down with that, baby. We ain't got nothing in common. Go sit down.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm about to get a woman. Nah, you're a little girl. Go sit down, man. Go play in your sandbox. go ahead, get out of here.
Yeah.
Nah, never. And I don't get how dudes do that. Like, that's a kid. I don't get how beautiful that kid is as a kid.
I don't get how the NBA, like you said, has them front and center. You know what I'm saying? We start talking about this subject, and I look up, and he's got his arms around two NBA executives taking a picture. You know what I'm saying? People don't, I don't get. He was never convicted. He was never given not even a smack on the wrist.
He didn't get convicted. Nothing.
But yeah, you're inviting him to be part of your organization. Why? What does Karl Malone bring to the game? Yes, like I said, because of his numbers, he's top 75 in the NBA, but that's a black smudge on the NBA. It's a black smudge on the Louisiana justice system. That's a black smudge on her parents. Yes, that's a black smudge on that college.
But also, look where he went to in the NBA, Utah. So all I gotta say, look up the history of Utah in the Mormons. That's commonplace. That's commonplace for them. So that's why Karl Malone is so beloved. Look it up. I'm not about to get into it with the Mormons. I'm not trying to fight the Mormons.
They don't believe in technology. They don't believe in modern technology.
So they might not be listening to this, but look up the Mormons. Yeah. There's a whole Netflix special on them. This is why Karl Malone is so beloved in Utah, because the Mormons do the same shit.
Yep. They will marry a 14-year-old. They will marry a 13-year-old.
Well, I didn't hear that, but that's okay. They need to start getting in trouble for those calls.
Yeah, but some of those calls are ridiculous.
One more. I forgot. There's one more, and I know you're gonna love this before we get out of here. Your boy Brett Favre trying to sue Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee. For how? Wait. How can you sue and you took the money? How is it a lie if you took the money? Then if you didn't take the money, why did you pay back $1 million back? If you didn't take the money, allegedly pay $1 million back. I told you we've been letting something slip. We're not going to let this go. Brett Favre still is not in jail. And he stole welfare money from the people of Mississippi.
He stole welfare money.
So come see me. I'll punch you in your face.
You could be crying.
Told them I'll see you in court.
Oh shit! It's true. You stole. If I go to a bank, right, and I steal $50 million, and I pay back $1 million, and I didn't steal, and y'all call me out on it. I didn't steal. I didn't steal it. You're on camera with the money. I didn't steal it. I paid back $1 million. That's what he's doing.
Oh crap.
Yo, I don't understand what's taking so long. How hard is it for them to see, okay, how did this stadium get built? You know what I'm saying? And then who was involved in it? Everybody that was involved in that stadium getting built should be in trouble. And we all know that it was Brett Favre that instituted it. You know, he was the one pushing for it. So how didn't he steal the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how didn't he do it?
I don't know, Jay. I'm just like you, trying to figure my way out in this world on how he didn't steal it. You know what? I'm going to steal money and see how it goes for me. I'll be in jail faster than you can blink your eyes.
There'll be no more Friday shows.
They'll be putting me in jail. Well, Mo, I didn't steal it. You're not Brett Favre, Mo. That's what they're going to tell me. How in the blue fuck is Brett Favre not in jail? I thought welfare fraud was a felony. I could have sworn
it's very much a felony.
If I do that shit, I would have already been in jail.
If I steal $25
too. But you know, he's beloved in Mississippi from
Kim.
The big people. The people that got this. This is why he's not in jail. Because the people that got this is who's saving his ass.
Shame on Mississippi, because y'all should be rioting for that shit. I'd have been outside his Mississippi home every day with a bullhorn. Pay what you owe. Every day. I'd have been on Brett Favre. I'd have found his number. I'd have been calling him every day from different numbers. Pay back what you owe, bitch. Pay back what you owe. That's what I'm going to keep telling him. Pay back. Listen,
you guys do Twitter. I don't do Twitter. I'm sure he got a Twitter page.
Yeah, I might have started doing that. I'm going to find it. And if he, the way jail is, we still would have a show. Yeah, we still be there. Calling to you live from Cell Block C.
Recording themselves cooking and stuff.
D-Block.
Yeah, man. I'm here with a dude who's serving life. Tell him who he is.
I'm Little Debo.
That's how it would be. But Brett Favre is suing Shannon Sharp because they told the truth. Oh, wait till you hear our show. Oh, wait till you hear our shows. We're going to be on that list.
Fuck it. We could go to court. I was going to say, we can't squeeze blood out of a rock. He can come after us all he wants. What's he gonna get? He ain't getting my dog.
Sue me, and I'll still say it. I will say it in front of the judge. This bitch stole money. Where's the rest of the money, Brett? Show me the rest of the money. It was more than $1 million that he stole.
The money that supposedly he paid back was money that they paid him to do speeches. He didn't pay back none of that the other money. He paid back. He was supposed to do some public appearances or public speaking or something like that. And they paid him $1 million. I think it was $1 million plus. And he paid that money back. But what happened to all the money that went into that stadium? That's where a lot of the money went. So you can't tell me you paid back $1 million and you get a slap on the wrist. Fuck out of here. And the fucked up thing is he's going to get a smack on the wrist. He ain't going to jail. Watch. Unless there's a DA that's looking to make a name for themselves in Mississippi, Brett Favre will be he'll be living all right. But it's people like Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee that keep people aware of what's going on, and now he wants to go after them to shut them up. He ain't getting nowhere with that. He gonna waste money going to court unless they have a judge that's in his pocket.
They use the words allegedly. So when you use allegedly, you're free from it. You can say what you want to say allegedly, because I don't know if it's true or not. Allegedly. Most of them used allegedly. So all they got to say is, I use the words allegedly. From my sources told me. It's not my words. It's allegedly. Shit was all alleged. We can report the news because this is a news station. You're not getting shit, Brett Favre. Nobody believes you, Brett Favre. Nobody liked you, Brett Favre, when you were playing. Besides John Madden had a hard on for you. That's about it.
That was that man, boy.
Like, you wasn't a likable guy because what you did, Aaron Rodgers, and now Aaron Rodgers is turning into you.
Aaron Rodgers is on some other shit. Aaron Rodgers is on some other shit.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about likable. Like, something about being a Packers quarterback makes you not likable. Nobody likes him anymore. So it's, man, it's just Brett Favre. I just need people to keep remembering Brett Favre stole from poor women, children.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay. Allegedly. Sorry. Brett Favre allegedly stole from poor children, poor men and women of Mississippi, the poorest state in the union. You want to say it? Poorest state in the whole states. He stole from them. Allegedly. And it's free. Walking the streets.
Yep.
That's just as bad as Karl Malone and what he did. I'm just saying. They both need to be in the cell next to each other. They need to be in the cell next to each other. Instead, Karl Malone doing interviews with Isaiah Thomas and all this other shit. Hey, come on, man. Come on. I'm over this. Man, I am over Karl Malone. I'm over Brett Favre, but I'm going to keep putting it in the news until Brett Favre is led away in handcuffs.
Yep.
I will not let you live this down. Thank you, Jay, for keeping us up on the Brett Favre stuff, though, because you make sure we break it up when we forget it. Nobody likes the tight-ass jeans. Fucking Wranglers.
Nobody likes him in his Wranglers.
Nobody going to wear them tight nut-hugging Wranglers. Oh, man.
Extra creased type of jeans, man. Get out of here with that, man.
Very creased. But man, we gonna go on the shout outs. Like little man about to go to sleep.
Yeah, he already sleep. He already sleep. He out of there. He out of there. Yeah, he out of there. I gotta go tuck him in.
Little man say, forget Brett Favre. So, I'm going to sleep.
Yep. I'm gonna make it real short and sweet as usual. Shout out to commission, everybody that commented. Shout out to my wife, man. Baby, I know you're going to tune in later. I want to make sure that you know this right here and right now. I'm on air saying it. I got you next year. I can't get away with it. I can't come up with no excuse. There's no excuse. Thank you for holding us down. I love you. And this is not a shout out, but this is just for a moment of silence for those involved with that incident at Michigan State. I'm sorry that those who lost their lives, and mental health is real. Hey, you need the number. Let's put that number on here. Talk to somebody. And that's just going to be me with my shout outs.
We basically did that, cuz. We basically did that. Oh, yeah. Shout out to The Miz for you. The Miz hit the game-winning shot in the NBA celebrity game. So The Miz hit the game-winning shot. He's a better basketball player than he is a wrestler. Let's go.
That's something else for him to brag about come Monday.
Oh, he hit it from half court.
I'm MVP. I like to shout you guys out like always. Always shout out Lala's Empire. Check her out on all social media platforms. Um, on a somber note, I lost a cousin. Um, this past well, yeah, last weekend, towards the end of the weekend. That's why I didn't come on the show that night. I was dealing with a lot of things. And Sal, you always were a good cousin and you always looked out for my dad. And, rest in peace. Now you're not suffering anymore. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. The shot didn't count.
That sounds like the Miz.
No pain. But man, shout out to y'all. I'm sorry, I'm sorry for your loss, Jay. Yeah, I'm sorry for the people that happened to at Michigan State. Man, let's see. Man. I'm trying to I'm on the mend now. I'm not using this boot anymore as much. That's good news. I hurt my ankle last Saturday, like really bad. I twisted it really bad. But man, I thank everybody who was praying for me. And Ro took good care of me. I didn't miss no show. Twisted a sprained ankle don't stop a show. So I can prop my feet up. But man, like I said, thank y'all, man. The show was great today. Great insight, man. Thank you to Anthony and my cousin Ryan. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my boy Chris, who always watched the show. It's his birthday today. I know, he looking for a shout out. But,
happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. You was born on the same day as Jordan. Too bad you couldn't play like him, but, But man, just shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who buying the gift. Shout out, just keep buying it. It's going. I'm trying to promise you, it's going to a good place. The heelish stuff there, it's going. I do this to this. Y'all want us to go to these wrestling events. Y'all want us to do this. Y'all want us to, bring people, expand, and that's what their merch does. It helps me go to these events. And sometimes these events be kind of fucking high. Like they be kind of high. Bro, so I use that money for the podcast stuff to go to these events. So I can comment on the events y'all want me to go to. And it's just not just the line pockets. I'm trying to make enough so I can line my people pockets who do the podcast with me. I want to be able to show them appreciation. I want to line their pockets. I want to make sure they have a good time. And it all helps. I'm just trying to build enough up so we can have a Venom fund. But, I want to do these. I want to start, helping out the homeless in Louisiana. I mean, New Orleans especially because, if you know New Orleans, there's something called Tent City. And
it's deep.
Because there's tents lined up everywhere under the overpass. And I want to start being more charitable with my organization, helping people out. This is why I started this on. Like, I have visions on what I want to do. It's, it's talk sports. Yes, that's fun. And, talk some current events, wrestling sometimes too. But, I really want to help people with my platform. So if y'all know anybody in need or anything like that, let us know. Man, we'll do what we do. And Jay, you gotta give me your address so I can send you the shirt for Anthony. Not just Anthony on the show, but Anthony our person for Christmas. Still have the shirt, so you just gotta send the address. I can ship it out.
Yeah, I'll send you the address.
Yeah, and I'll ship it out as soon as I can. Doing this Mardi Gras madness, and everybody who's out there for Mardi Gras, drink responsibly. Don't get in no trouble. Have fun. Don't fuck it up for the people who bringing their children out there and to watch parades, because Mardi Gras is about family. It's not about getting drunk and showing your titties. It's not about that. Even though we enjoy looking at titties. But I'm one like a great titty. But it's for little kids. And you big ass adults. I just want to say this. Do not knock over kids trying to get them old cheap ass beads. I have seen that happen before.
I'll fight behind mine.
And I threw somebody to the ground before because they done that shit. Like they jumped over a little kid, knocked the little kid over, and I picked him, threw him on the ground.
Boy,
do not, for all the people who watch this in New Orleans, do not knock these kids over for some beads that you're just gonna throw away anyway. Let these kids have fun, because when we was little, that's when we had fun. We used to love going to the parades, catching stuff that our parents were going to end up throwing away eventually, but it was fun. Let these kids have that same experience. Do not make it about you dumbass college kids who want to get drunk and show off your body parts in front of kids. Say that shit for the French quarters. When there's no kids, go to the French quarters, show all your niblets all you want. But when you're on the parade route, keep your breasts inside your shirt, because there's a lot of kids that be out there.
Keep it all in the barn.
Because then how can I explain that to my son? Like, hey, yeah, woo. Now you got to explain sex. Now we got to go explain sex now because you didn't show your titties.
Now we got to have the talk.
Now you didn't bump up the goddamn schedule. I'm just saying, Jay, they didn't bump up the goddamn schedule.
At 10, 11 years old, and now I got to sit here and explain this now.
Now I got to explain why this lady's chest is not like your chest. And I got to explain why she's showing her chest. I don't want to have this conversation with an 11-year-old right now.
Cool.
Let him be, innocent. Let him think about Oculus shit and video games and shit like that. He don't need to be worrying about no titties. He don't need to worry about no titties at 11.
You don't want him to think that every time he sees beads, there's gonna be titties.
He's like, ooh.
Like, oh, I know what this goes for.
And here go the question.
I know what this is.
I don't want to hear. Well, Mom, you got beads? Did you show yours? Now that's a whole other question.
Now we did open a can of worms that we didn't mean.
We opened up a can of worms that we need to open. Keep your titties in your shirt, people. Wait till you get to the adult-only section of the French quarters, and then you show them. Then you can go woo all you want. Girls going wild, throwing beads.
Or wait until after dark when you know that the kids are home.
Well, some of these parades parading during dark. So make sure the kids gone. Do it after 12. The parade should be over after 12.
There you go. After 12. After 12 titties.
Yeah, then the titties can come out at 12. But please do not do that shit in front of kids. And also, drunk drivers, please get you an Uber. Because there's a lot of kids walking from these parades. And one year we had a drunk driver went in the parade route, cleared out everybody. We do not need that. Please, if you're drunk, because I know there's a lot of people drunk out there, get you a designated driver or an Uber. Or Lyft. If you don't like Uber, get you a Lyft. If you don't like Lyft or Uber, get you a taxi. I don't care.
Somebody.
Drive responsibly on this Mardi Gras weekend. Whew. Should we do a show tomorrow for Elimination Chamber? That's the question.
I was about to ask that. If you were going to do like an after show.
Because I'm not going to the parades tomorrow. I'm going early to see my little cousin. And the rest of the time, I will be watching All-Star Saturday Night and Elimination Chamber at the same time. So we can do one if y'all want.
I'm down.
So we'll be doing Elimination Chamber reaction show. It's not going to be long. It's going to be a nice little reaction show talking about the Elimination Chamber. It's probably going to be late. So y'all could join us for that. We will do that right after the Elimination Chamber is over. I will set it up, and we will talk about the Elimination Chamber's reactions. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then if you missed that, we might still recap it on Thursday for the people who missed the Elimination Chamber reaction show. We got our wrestling show on Thursday. You never know who might stop by, so check us out. And then, of course, Friday we'll be back. We'll be after the Mardi Gras mess. Everything be back to normal. Titties be back in shirts. I'm just saying we'll be back. We'll be back normally. With the same action-packed stuff we talked about today. Probably talking about the All-Star game. NFL is over, so we probably be talking about the XFL now because the XFL is starting.
XFL starts Sunday.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna have to
talking
keep that out.
That and other news. So, that's a good shout out, man. Man, like I said, I thank everybody who joined in. Keep subscribing. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to Twitter. Subscribe to us on Facebook. Facebook, you bitch, you hating. You not making our shit visible because it's popping too much. But you can't stop
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
So tell a friend to tell a friend and share it. If you see it, share it. I don't mind you sharing it to anywhere. I don't care where you share it, as long as you share it. This is your boy Mo Young. You got the diabolical header, Doc Eric, and the little one who's now in La La Land. We'll see y'all tomorrow for the Elimination Chamber recap show. Peace, and we out.
Fuck
Brett buy the merch. Yeah, buy the merch and fuck Brett Favre.
Always.
And if you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. Oh, she egged me. Oh, shit all over my rip with the jersey. Go get that towel. Y'all didn't know.
You fucking owners have handled Judge Gentleman retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon. It's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's Yankees first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Oh, wait a minute. The Nets bit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
That's exactly what this is.
That's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I think it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.